Yo,
what's good, my boy?
What's poppin'?
That's on the neighborhood, cuz.
Say word.
What up?
Yo, what's poppin' with y'all ashy asses? Nico in the building making aunties bat them lashes. Okay, I'm just fooling, let me cool it. See y'all listening? Join us as we get these big ups to black excellence.
Okay.
News you can use to uplift your kinfolk and them. Feed them something different than that circus act on CNN. Just enough humor so it never be your bore. So welcome Mr. Martin, this is ethnic-ish and more.
That's all the there goes the neighborhood. That's all the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.
Turn it on up. We back on another episode of Ethnic Ish and More. Episode number 25. Crank that ish.
It's a hell of a title there.
Shit, but I was like, I ain't say shit when I made the title of the show.
It's a fitting title, though.
It fits because you gotta. And I mean, if you've been tuned in since the beginning, they was cranking that ish.
Oh yeah,
They was
no doubt
cranking
about
that
it.
ish. I thought nobody could crank it better than Soulja Boy.
Hey man,
They found somebody who can.
hey man. First, we got to give a shout out to the marching musical Hornets, the mighty marching Hornets of Alabama State University, and that mean blue. What's that? They the blue and gold marching machine of North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Yeah, gotta give it to them.
Just shout out to our HBCU man.
Yeah, man. Wait,
The
look,
real
y'all,
reason.
y'all see what I got on today?
What you
Shit,
got? I forgot my shirt. I forgot to. I ain't even peep it either.
And I
forgot to wear
almost
my
threw
Lincoln
something
shirt.
on too.
I was gonna put my Lincoln shirt on, but I was.
Oh, it's Black History Month. Y'all should
I was
be
a
wearing
little-
all y'all black shit.
I be wearing stuff made by black people. Like
Okay.
I was rushing in this morning, and it was kind of cool. And this fleece Jordan sweater, I like Michael Jordan, so he black. He don't hand make it, but if it wasn't for him doing what he did in the 80s, 90s, and at the beginning of them early 2000s, I wouldn't be wearing this today. But as always, I'd like to welcome y'all ashy asses back. Y'all have been here with us. I can't say, well, it's been 25 weeks this second time around. It ain't been 25 weeks straight. We usually here consistently, but we tried to do a holiday break, and then everything else in the world kept going wrong every Tuesday after that. We went through like 2 snow days.
Yep.
It was icy outside. We was like, man, I was like, we just gonna take this break. Clearly it's needed. Look, the cold is no longer here. I'll be scared. I feel like one day it may be 80. Next day it's gonna be -2. Really
Hell, you went outside today and it was 31 when you came outside.
And then when I left school, it was 50.
Right.
Yep.
So I was hella confused, man. But like I say, I like to appreciate y'all coming. As always, I'm your host, NicoThaGreat.
Man, it's the Past Master. What's up, y'all?
And we do this wonderful thing called POSTAL PODCASTing, meaning rain, sleet, or snow.
We in this hoe.
We gonna give you the
Y'all
wonderful
gonna throw down a
news,
podcast.
grooves, and all the blues clues that we can find. But we are not alone tonight. Per usual, we got some wonderful people in the house. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, starting with the brother over here.
What's up, y'all? Nick White, 314 Midwest Crank, All Band Media.
Ooh,
It's Kayla, 314 Midwest Crank.
and my wonderful brother over here.
Yeah, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kobe Jack, old band member.
See,
Side,
we got a brother of Kappa
aka
Kappa.
one hitter, 2 hitter splitter.
The loose
You
necker.
got to hit it again, then you're gonna have to make a litter.
Man, we got this wonderful episode, and we named it Crank That Ish because our wonderful guest, the 314 Midwest Crank podcast, is in the building with us, y'all. We're going to talk all good stuff as well as some good band stuff. Everybody in here at one point in time was in a band in their life.
Yep.
We got, I did it in high school. I played saxophone for 7 years.
Yeah, man.
What you play, man?
A sousaphone, man.
Okay.
Shout out to all my tuba players out there.
Kobe.
Also, the noble instrument of the saxophone.
You all heard that?
Yeah.
I was clarinet and piano.
Okay.
Percussion.
Oh, yeah.
Percussion all the way through.
Man.
Wait, look.
Baseline.
Wait, look. The notorious no listeners. We gonna do what we want to do. No, we not gonna play. We gonna play when we want to play. Yeah, that's what it is. The notorious no listeners. That's what I call percussion.
But look,
And that's how
It's gonna be right.
I don't listen. At least be good at it.
Hey,
That's all you gonna
facts.
do it if you.
Facts.
As long as you keep it good and funky, man. Everybody in the band can adjust and rock with you, man.
It's still gonna be percussion's fault either way it goes.
Of course. That's why I feel the movie Drumline let us down. They should have known that everything gets blamed on the drumline, no matter what.
True.
I don't care. Somebody could fall on the field, make the whole line fall. The drumline did it.
Drumline running first. Gotta go.
Everybody need a scapegoat.
Look, when it comes to marching band, I'm on the dancing side. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hey. We got an 8 counter up in
You got
here.
an 8 count.
We got an 8 counter up in here. Okay. Man.
Shout out to them.
I ain't have to do all that running and stuff. Nope.
I was running. They was
Yeah, I was gonna say what.
Shout out to the Blue Flame.
Wait, look.
Shout out to the blue.
Shout out to the motherfucking Blue Flame.
When I was a band director, my dances and my flags was a part of the band. You did everything they did.
Oh yeah.
We were separate.
Yeah, as a high school director and a college director, that's exactly.
Look, and I wasn't even in the band in college, but at Lincoln, they was in there doing the exact same of everything, running the E-lift and back. And if anybody, I know if we got some LU band members on here, like my brother Kobe over here, y'all know running hell. That's just a regular student walking the E-lift will make you skip your class.
Man, shout out to Uncle E-Lift, man.
Facts.
Made us all a better man.
Boy, E-lift got the steepest hill to walk, drive, do
Straight up.
Is that the one that's?
it's the journalism. So it's like when you come in
And you got
late,
the sign right there, and you got to go up that.
I'm not messing up.
no.
When you try to
It's
drive
across the
up,
street
man,
from
you
where
gonna scrape my car?
the end of it's
no.
across the
All the
street
way
from the
top.
bedroom.
They go all the way down.
The building directly across the street from the bedroom.
Oh, y'all must want to go meet
So
me.
you got the band room, you got the band room, you got that walk like between there and Jason, that little driveway.
But it's across the street.
Oh,
So
okay.
say if you coming down,
Because you had to
what's
go daytime.
is that? What street is that? Is that it? May be Dunklin. Say you coming down Dunklin. Ain't that the cross street in front of the school, Dunklin?
Yeah.
So yeah, when you get to that stoplight at the intersection where the tennis court is, soon as you go on across, you see that white band, the white band room right there. Directly across is E-lift. It was like it was our journalism building. I ain't never had classes on
across
it.
from
I see Coop.
We
Shout
got
out to
Coop in here.
Coop.
Shout out to Coop, man. Former Mr. Lincoln. Who was Mr. Lincoln when I got there? I think he was Mr. Lincoln when I got there. I was on the court too. I was Mr. Junior.
Shout out
2011,
Mr. Junior.
2012. I did it by default.
Wait,
Shout
look.
out my nigga Sauce.
I
Put me in play, but I have to.
got a
do
whole
extra
new
shit.
respect for the Royal Court after what I did at the school last
Oh
week.
yeah, bro, it gets
You
serious.
know, I got kudos from the school. I was able to hook up with Brother Jerome Offer, and had Offer bring the HBCU Kings up to the high school I teach at, and it was real dope. And then shout out to Mr. Prairie View A&M University who won the HBCU Kings pageant. Yeah, man. So I was
Did they do
like,
it here and shit?
yeah, it actually was at
Good.
the Renaissance.
So I'm glad they did it
Yeah.
here because generally, I think it's at Lincoln because we had we started.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
HBCU
It normally
Kings.
was at Lincoln.
Shout out to Lincoln. I think we the first person that had a HBCU King.
Really?
And then all the schools started doing it. I
That's-
believe
I
so.
don't know if they was the first because there was some schools that they were like like one dude was like the 41st Mr. So and so.
Cause ours is up there too. Ours pretty high too. I don't know, and I don't want to quote me if somebody Coop. If you still watching, you can let me know because I could be wrong. I know we had something, or we had the first pageant, but it was always at Lincoln to where Lincoln couldn't compete because we was home. So it's probably been since they moved it to the St. Louis, and I don't know when. I know Sean went.
Yeah,
Sean been at all of that since school been around with his mom. But since they do it here now, I believe we got the ability to compete in it.
Mr. Lincoln was there. Mr. Lincoln was there.
Shout out to that, man.
So it was great. It was a great opportunity, man, to meet. It was about 26 young brothers, ranging, all majors, at least one in every frat. So it was real cool to chop it up with them, and then had them talk to the young men at my school. That was real big, man.
And low key, as somebody who wasn't really with that type of like pageantry type stuff, which I ain't have to do the pageant because nobody else ran. So my homeboy was like, "Hey, bro, you a junior? I know you got the credit hours." He was like, "Please, nigga, do this with me." I'm like, I don't know, bro. He's like, "Bro, it's gonna be cool, bro. He's like, it's for me." I was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "All right, bro, I'll do it." And I did. It was actually a cool experience. It had me learn things I would have never. It got me outside my box. Like I would have never thought to do that. You got to like march in all these parades. I'm in the parade, half sleep in the car.
Tuxedo.
Look, in a whole suit. Mind you, Sauce was asleep.
But still sauced up.
Look, bro, look. Sauce was asleep. He's behind us. I'm in a SUV, so I can go to sleep. Can't nobody see me. This nigga's in a drop top convertible with the top down, head, mouth wide open, just knocked out in the back. Because we was too turned up the night before. We had to walk through like the middle of the field, like during the football game and shit at halftime while the band just going off. Oh no, I was at the beginning. Man, I walked up through there. I was so drunk. Because I left from the parade and went to the crib and got drunk and walked through that field.
Most events was done.
Yeah. Shout out. I think 95% of
Shout out to
it.
college, man.
Shout out to college people.
It's a college thing.
Everybody should have had a wonderful experience. Listen,
Hey.
college drinking is why I really don't fuck with liquor the way I do now.
You know what?
Bruh,
100.
I'd have had some nights. Look, this is my best friend since we linked. We literally linked on some it was like Method Man and Red Man on How High.
Thanks.
It was literally one of them moments. We was at the same house with two separate people, and niggas was like, "What y'all doing? I'm trying to match." We was like, "Oh shit!" I knew the other dude. I seen him around. And ever since then, we was like, "Shit, let's change up, nigga. You blow, I blow." We been rocking tough. We been rocking tough since this was 09.
How
We
old
both
Shine is?
look. No, it's before a year before. Yeah, because I'm the college baby. Dude, so my child have been to more classes than some of my friends. He damn near, he's low key deserve his own link in
He
the
has an
creek.
associate's degree.
Damn near. He spent a lot of time in some classes watching Paw Patrol,
Hey.
whispering real loud.
Shit, hey, it is what it
Do what
is.
you gotta do, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But before we get too far into this, man, I gotta clap it up
Yeah.
when I find the right mouse. Y'all know, we went over a debate yesterday. Is it mice or mouses?
I think it's
We settled that about 7 years.
Mouse.
I think it's
With
mice.
two of them up here at the same time.
You have 2 mouse.
But my
Mouses.
Wait, look,
I gotta go
because I
mouse.
guarantee you, it's a whole bunch of college credits in this room, and we are stuck.
Look, that's
We
one of them,
stuck in this
It's
thing.
blunt. If I got 2 mouses, are they mouses or is them niggas mice?
It's definitely one of those conversations.
Right.
But that's what we said last
I was
episode.
about to say that.
But I ain't never heard
there you
It's
that.
not an
Like it's not necessarily just applied to animals. It's plural.
Correct.
So the plural of mouse is mice.
I agree.
And it's like when I see a whole bunch of mice running, why can't I
But-
say, damn, it's hella mouses in here?
See, I wondered this though, like
Mooses.
that's where I was gonna go.
Yeah, how you got moose?
Is
No.
it geese?
No,
no,
the
it's
plural
not.
the plural of moose is moose.
Moose is moose.
It's like if you sit, you walk in a room and it's 5. You walk in the field and it's 5 moose out there. It's 5 moose.
One moose, 2 moose,
said
red
moose out
moose,
here.
blue
Why
moose.
so many?
So, a moose can be moose, but mouse can't be mouse.
But like for example, you got a goose. If you have multiple gooses, it's geese, right? But multiple mooses
Why they
is not
moose?
mices. It's moose.
But
Some of that.
This is
Like-
this is why the English language is
Hey,
hard for
hey.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Because that shit don't
Have you
make
seen
no
that? Have you
sense.
seen that video with Gallagher where he say
B-O-M-B.
B-O-M-B is bomb?
Yeah.
C-O yeah.
Cone.
Yeah.
T-O-M-B. Tune. The fuck all these got different. Look,
The fact that there's 3 theirs.
look, we having stuff like that is the same reason why you can buy Minute Maid juice in a bottle, Minute Maid juice in a can, and Minute Maid juice in a carton. And all 3 of them taste like a different juice.
It's different
I only want
worlds.
the one in the carton.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I only
carton.
want the one in the
I
carton.
only drink the one in the carton because the other
carton.
ones
It don't
taste
taste right.
it tastes like Prairie Farm with a sprinkle of bougie, and I don't fuck with them. Y'all.
It do taste like bread.
None whatsoever.
She said English is not intuitive. It is not.
and it makes no sense. And I think
Facts.
low key, I finna just learn somebody else shit and move because I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So pass.
Yeah.
Black History Facts.
Oh man, well, in honor of this episode really being about HBCU marching bands, I had to give a little bit of knowledge about the father of HBCU marching bands, William P. Foster, known as the maestro from Florida A&M University. This man literally, I ain't gonna say single-handedly because there was parts of all things that, different schools like Tuskegee was one of the first groups to have majorettes, but the show style of marching bands that we see when we go to HBCU football games and classics, that comes from William P. Foster, literally the trendsetter. So shout out to Foster. And the one thing I love is that Florida A&M has not really changed from the stuff that Foster did. Foster said we don't need dancers, and they still to this day don't have dancers. And so
And that's been a hot topic too.
Yeah, actually, there was a student-led group called Venom will perform at games like sitting off to the side, but they're not officially members of the band and they do not perform on the field at all.
Damn, that's crazy.
So yeah, man.
I wonder why he felt the need for that. Why nobody, or why it's like everybody like, fuck it, we sticking to what?
I think it was his thing was always about music and the show versus sex, and when you think about it, the majorette is really what they're selling is sex. You know, they giving you that sex appeal during the show. Shout out, I don't know if y'all know this, but shout out to our worthy brother John McIntosh. His wife was a founder of Mahogany in Motion, which is the dancers for Morehouse College.
Morehouse, right?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So shout
I
out to
know
Sister
that.
Joelle. She was a founder of
Awesome.
Mahogany in Motion. Man. Yeah.
Look, the more you
When she was a student at Spelman, man, that's one of those
dope.
things. Yeah.
I did not know that. That's hella dope, man. So shout out to that wonderful Black History
Yeah.
fact from past. Shout out my brother Nando STL.
Fayetteville State in the house. I see you,
Fayetteville
bro.
State Marching Band. He was on the drum line out there.
I think they're called the Bronco Express.
We were talking about it when he come on the show. He was on the drum line when Blueface was the starting quarterback at Fayetteville.
That must have been a time to be in North
What
Carolina.
a time.
And that was the Blueface, like, we don't know till today. But it's just like, that's crazy to know
that's wild.
he was their starting quarterback. I heard he was cold. He was their starting quarterback.
Yeah, I went and looked up his stats. He wasn't that
And
bad.
Nando was on the drum line at the same time. Look,
The more you know.
It's crazy shit you find out.
Shout out Fayetteville State.
Shout out to North Kakalaki. I used to spend my summers up there.
As a matter of fact, we might have to do a trip to CIAA one weekend. You know, if y'all ain't never been to CIAA for the bad, like, you know, most HBCU fans don't really rock with basketball. You know,
I've
we football
always
fans.
noticed that, right.
You know,
CIAA
but if you ever get a
different.
chance, CIAA is lit.
What's that?
Like-
It's like the
Winston-Salem?
All-Star game.
Yeah, no, it's in Baltimore.
Okay,
And
that's
so
in Baltimore. Okay.
it's basically their conference basketball tournament. But they bring all the schools, all the bands, parties out the yin yang. Like, it's a dude named Mr. CIAA be dressed in like a peach 3-piece suit, straight pimping, and be walking around. They be like, that's
Sound
Mr.
some old nigga.
CIAA.
I've been
You
doing
know,
this since doing it was doing.
man. So,
Y'all need to get like that.
hey, because you know, every school, if you, no matter what HBCU you attend, you got the one person. They be like, you went there? You know so and so. Like LU, I'm sure y'all got somebody like that. You know, like at TSU, his name was Proctor. Like, if your ass went to TSU, you know Proctor. Yeah, he working the sub. Yeah.
You got either Big Doug.
Oh, Duke in the band.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knew Big
But
Duke.
that, if you was in the band, a lot of the motherfuckers who wasn't a part of it, that nigga used to
Duke
kick.
used to be in
Duke got the only leather
Duke
KK side vest I've ever
Duke
seen in my
is
life.
old band dude.
This nigga's like 6'5", 6'6".
55, 60.
But he
Them
he
comments.
cool. We also, if you got that one random person, who you think would be the random? Ours would be Legendary Dre. Like,
Trey wasn't random though. Trey was in the band.
he was, but it was like, you know, he said that one person everybody know.
Oh, yeah,
at the
everybody knew
school,
Dre, though.
Legendary Dre.
Everybody,
Like,
everybody shout out.
he was
Trey.
like
That one
a
person.
nigga from the 70s, but in the 2000s. Like, he gave me the vibe of somebody. He had a style.
Mad style.
I'm like, but I feel like you grew up, like, at one, your first word was jive turkey. Like, he give me that type of vibe. But he was cool as a fan. Legendary motherfucking Dre, man. But we got my wonderful time of the show. Shout out Latosha. That's my birthday twin from Lincoln.
What up?
Shout out to
What
you.
up?
My wonderful time we call the Numerology Corner.
Yes,
where I
sir.
pass around our wonderful collection plate and provide thoughts of what comes with the number.
And as a matter of fact, brother, you got to be like the pastor who walked down the aisle and smacked a motherfucker who was asleep in the church. I don't know if you seen the video.
Like TD Jakes.
That motherfucker walked down.
So wallow. I can't believe that nigga said that shit like that.
Have you ever been
no.
swallowed?
We
Everybody
been walking around
watch that
school
video.
saying that shit to the staff.
Hey,
You ever been he sounded like he had, like his stomach was hurting up there. He's like, I gotta finish this shit up so I can get down and go boo boo. Shit was crazy.
Y'all ever notice every time they put the camera on TD, he got covered in sweat?
I'm like, damn.
he looked like a burnt ham.
He looked like
That's what he looked like.
If you
Every
took a
time.
chocolate bar and set it out in the heat, and that motherfucker just started slowly melting, that's TD Jakes.
If you done
He
had
look
a
like
Christmas
he withers
ham,
away.
you had a Christmas ham, that motherfucker. You see the glaze on it. That's TD Jakes right there.
Smoked that 275 for 6 hours.
Hell yeah!
Lost all that
You
weight.
cut that motherfucker. It's nice and right
Yeah,
cut.
lost all that
Hey.
weight, started looking like brown. And
He
he
did,
started
man.
looking
He
like
did.
brown. I was like, but then, that's TD. Goddamn TD Jakes. But, like I said, our numerology corner is me taking, I use my favorite website, sunsigns.org. I skim through, read what I want to because it be hella stuff on there I don't want to read it all. But it gives you different things just pertaining to numbers. So I go by the number of the episode, and it's number 25. The meaning says that all your actions should conform to the real purpose of life. You should be able to raise yourself above all obstacles. I truly believe that. And from my opinion of it, it's just like, man, no matter what is thrown your way, you gotta get through it.
This nigga Kobe got fans.
Oh, yeah,
Do you see it? Kobe got
lit.
fans.
Kobe lit on this motherfucker. Shout out to EJ. Shout out to my boy Soy Sauce. His real name is Matthew Moore, y'all, but we call him, he Korean and black, we've been calling him Soy Sauce since we met him. I know
Shout out Soy Sauce.
I know it's a little wrong when you think about it. Niggas like,
Is that EJ that played the tuba?
No, this is I do a lot of videos with him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't know. He was more after us, Lincoln. We was there, but by that time you wouldn't have known who EJ was.
Because in 09, y'all had EJ up there Lincoln playing tuba.
09, man, tuba line was deep in 09, man. We had like 12 tubas.
Because you know, all my
That's deep.
y'all know I'm old, right? So back in 07 was my first band job. I was assistant band director at Sodan. So I had Rob Hibb, I had Marissa, EJ, Flash, all them. Man.
Oh. I'm like, I know somebody named Rob.
Yeah, that Rob.
You
Yeah.
saying him, I'm not thinking his full last name.
Oh, yeah.
I just seen that nigga the other day. Shout out my nigga Lil Rob, man.
Yeah, buddy.
That's my nigga, man. Pass.
Yeah.
What's pissing you off this week?
What's pissing me off this week? I'm getting tired of social media, fam. I'm tired of the comments. You know,
I'm tired of them shits off.
you know, I'm just at that point where I get on there. I don't care what it is. I just be over it. Like the amount of stupid shit that is said behind, you know, Twitter fingers and Instagram comments and all that. I'm just over it. Like I realize my mental health be going bad because I be like, this motherfucker here, and then I find myself in these long ass debates. I was just in one yesterday over Freemasonry.
Oh, see, I'll stay away from them. I'm a troll, bro.
I'm a troll.
I troll the shit out of somebody.
I roll up. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry for the folks watching. My favorite pastime is trolling white people on social media. In they racist rants, I love my whole goal is to make you call me a nigga.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
once I hear it, I'll be like, thank you. I just want to see how long it was gonna take. I timed it. It was 25 minutes. It's my favorite thing. So I mean, how you get into an argument over?
You know, I put on Facebook that, you know, I had my HBCU shirt. I was smoking me a stogie, so I was like, you know, I'm in a group for people that had locks. So I was like, hey, shout out to all the people that's locked, whether you know, in the Masonic family or the D9 family. You know, I'm getting all these comments, all the sorors, all the frats, all what up, bro, what up, square. I'm like, oh, this is love. I'm on to 200 comments. I'm like, shit, I like this. I done started some shit.
Right.
This motherfucker say, you know, it's all witchcraft, right?
Oh shit! It's always that one motherfucker.
Sold the soul to the devil.
And I didn't look. I looked at her, and the first of all, no offense, I know my wife watching, but no offense, she was fine. So I didn't really want to go in at first. I was just like, well, sister, you know, to each his own. But this conversation literally called for people that was either D9 or Masonic fam. You're neither.
I got to say something.
You know.
That's why I don't give.
But she decided to go in and was like, well, you know, you gave your life to the devil. And, bitch,
When? Tell me when I joined the Masonic Order, I gave my life to the devil. I always tell people when I be talking to homeboys that be kind of interested off what they hear. My first thing that I mention is what he told me, because this was the person that got me in. And he was like, you know me. You know how we rock. I'm not finna put you in no type of situation that go against anything I know you believe or anything that'll make you question our friendship. And I never had no crazy reserve to shit. Mm-hmm. And I ain't even, it was
You
just
didn't
like,
want to do it for a while.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you was like, man, I'm cool.
I do it. Like, I was like, I knew I wanted to, but it's like, it ain't no rush. When the time come, the time come. But when I was talking to homeboys, they was like, oh, nah, bro, I done heard X, Y, and Z. I was like, well, you know me. That should be your number one indication. You can't say, well, I heard about the devil stuff. I'm like, when have you known me to speak that I worship the devil? Because most people that do that, not that they going around blatantly saying it, but they don't have no problem in letting it be known that this is what I it meant to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
The same way somebody who believes in God don't have
I've
a problem
met actual
letting it be
Satanists.
known. Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
In the bar talking to somebody.
Yeah, I'm an
I'm a
atheist.
Satanist.
I'm
Like,
like, oh.
I actually ran across my first
and I'm
one
like,
about 3
more
weeks
power
ago.
to you.
Oh, really?
What you do is
Yeah.
what you do.
Right?
I ain't gonna pray for you, and you don't pray for me, and we good at that point. I mean, it was a girl at Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know, and it was this girl at Lincoln, one from Chicago, and she was just one of them people like you tell, like I'm gonna pray for you. She be like, don't do that, because if I say I'm gonna pray for you, you know what I believe in, you ain't gonna like that. I was like, touche. I'm not gonna pray for you.
least she
You
was
don't
up
need to-
front about
But
it.
it's
Hey.
you gotta respect people like that. It's like I know where you at with it.
I'm finna keep my distance.
Look, and that's what it was just like.
I mean, she got you real quick. She be like, hey, in case you run across somebody else, don't say that.
Yeah.
They might not be as kind as I am.
Yeah.
Hey, she took the
It was like,
opportunity
I
to
don't
teach.
believe
I ain't
nobody
mad at
people
that.
believe in, so just automatically tell somebody, I'm gonna pray for you, depending on what they belief is, may rub somebody the wrong way. Because like, nigga,
Facts.
I don't know who you, cause first, now who you pray to? Because that ain't who I'm rocking with. So I was like, all right, that's you. Do your thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But bruh, I try not to, unless I'm trolling people. I notice myself. Like I posted something on the Shade Room the other day. I forgot I even posted the shit. I got all these comments and shit, all because I miswrote one thing. I put her instead of him because I'm typing too fast. I'm reading one thing while I'm typing. Boy, I got all you dumbass, you can't comprehend. I was like, man, let me delete this before I go in here and start talking bad to people. Because when I got free time, it's like that. I'll roll up, kick my feet up, and we finna have a time tonight.
Wake up in a mood.
I'll be sending her shit.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
like,
I'm the troll out the two of us. Kayla, she won't respond for the most part.
I ain't gonna respond.
oh no, most shit I'll just look at it.
Yeah, it really
I'm
depends
just like,
on
oh,
what
okay.
it
I
is.
always send people, oh, okay.
When people,
Right.
At that point, are you arguing with yourself now?
yeah, when
I'm
people
like,
get mad about like actual serious stuff, I don't
oh yeah, I'm like, bro,
But if it's something goofy,
Especially over something you post.
the motherfucker, oh you bitch ass nigga. I'm like, bro, how you get all that?
and like
You
we
that
can
mad?
hop into it later, but
You at the crib, oh, bro? Look,
when
I
it
had a
comes
whole.
to band stuff,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and see that's the
I
thing.
will debate about some
Now-
band.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will-
But
I
shit
will-
you,
I'll
but shit
debate
you
about
truly
some
believe in?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, we can do this all
Man,
day.
I think it's both band HBCU period.
How did you get that from what else? Nothing I said had to do with a black or white thing. I said up back. I was like, bitch, what the fuck is you talking to? Then I had to I was like, no, I'm finna block her because she gonna reply, and we're just gonna keep going back.
This is gonna go back and forth.
And she was like that Manny Fresh stud. So I was like, bro, oh, nah, you know like Manny Fresh. We not finna do this because you gonna get mad and I'm finna start
You mean
clowning
Aunt
you.
Uncle? The uncle.
Your
The
auntie.
uncle.
Your auntie.
Oh shit!
Man.
Shout out, hey man! Shout out to Kobe. You got fans, man. I'm seeing
It's
it.
lit on here. We got the band in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Keno.
Shout out Keno, man.
Shout out
How was
to
that
good bro.
going, baby? How was that
My
going?
nigga Keno Willer.
Keno can't get some gumbo from me last
Man, shout out to the good bro. Man, hey, you know, man, seeing the both of you here, man, makes me feel special, man. Both of y'all represent both my years in the seat, man.
Oh yeah.
You know that. Hey, y'all represent both my years in the seat, man.
That's a pretty cool candidate.
He was alright. He was alright. He was pretty damn good, man. I give it to you. And wait, look, Kobe held his line down because his line truly had some fucked up shit going on.
Oh yeah. We and him
Kobe,
talk by ourselves.
Kobe could have damn near been a solo.
You section leader?
So
we're talking about.
So we're all Masons.
We all Masons.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're all
Sorry,
Masons.
we broke off.
Oh yeah,
Y'all broke off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
so-
section news though.
yeah. So
you
we.
was like you was the
Just
assistant
in high
band
school.
director.
So when I was master of the lodge or president of the lodge, my first year in the seat, I brought this brother in.
Okay.
And my second year as president or master, we brought this brother in. So yeah, don't let Kobe spread misinformation.
No, he good.
Hey.
going hard
Shit,
on
was
me.
she mad about the Mardi Gras shit today? Was she one of the ones?
I don't know if she wanted. No, I don't think she
Oh,
was
yeah.
mad.
Because
She go in, she go.
Hey
I'm
man,
sick,
shout
I
out
ain't
Red,
going.
man. When I started Matter's house, man, she gave me my first event. Shout out.
Oh
man.
no, real good people,
Shout
man.
out.
She just gonna hand it to you.
Oh yeah,
If
she'll
you
give it
say
to you
anything
straight.
she
She'll
ain't
give it to
fucking
you,
with,
Foggy.
you could, and she like nigga. She's like, you find
I'm
somebody
gonna
that
behave.
got time.
I'm gonna behave.
Oh, my mama got you.
Hey
Well,
man, it's that time for your favorite part of the
favorite
show.
part of the show.
Let's get to it.
Sneaker of the week.
Sneaker.
As everybody know, I am a shoe fanatic. I try to not buy a lot of shoes. Told myself this year.
He needs AA
I
for that.
do. My thing is, you only need AA once you start neglecting your responsibilities. My bills be paid, and everything else my kids taken care of.
I'm gonna get some.
It's my time. I'm gonna buy me something, which I did today. It was unbeknownst to me, but
Just about every day.
yeah, it is. I'll try not to do too much. I'm already at like 8 pairs this year. So yeah, I know.
I'm a jersey
Just on
collector,
some
so I
that's
feel
it.
Every day he buys.
But see, I be finding these
day he
sales.
buys cop these.
Yeah, I know.
Shoe extraordinaire.
It's a problem. I know. I ain't got.
Well, I
No,
mean,
man,
I
ain't
had
no
a
problem. It's a hobby, man.
problem for
Bruh,
it.
it's like what you get that
It's
It's not
problem.
even a problem. It's a hobby.
Hey, look.
And look, I'm
You
getting
spend
back into my
200 on
jersey.
shoes.
My jersey game. I used to have Hellas. What you say?
I say you spend 200 on shoes. I spend 200 on the fishing pole. It ain't a problem.
It's not.
It is what it is.
I learned in life, you got to do the things that make you happy. Because I was one of the people, I would spend money on other people and come to me, I was like, man, I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah.
And my girl was like, hey, nigga, treat yourself.
'Cause I'm very
Go get
You
it.
need to treat yourself. If you got it and all your responsibilities is taken care of, why not? And she good for it.
Hey, I gotta admit, both of us have people at home who literally tell us to do stuff.
make it do
You know what I'm saying?
something.
That's important.
Shout it out, ladies.
You know, shout out to
our ladies.
As a matter of fact, next week I might do something nice. I'm gonna sing on the show for my wife next week. I'm gonna break out my
R&B
Luther
celebrity.
Vandross.
Luther.
I wanna-
He's bringing you Luther.
I'm fat, so I'm gonna have to be Big Luther.
Sometimes you gotta do a medley.
Yeah.
Big to little Luther. All at one good
All
time.
together.
big to look.
But I always like to show y'all what I do got. These
Oh,
are
yeah.
really special.
Yeah.
I got my mauve Jordan 1s on today.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a wonderful shoe to me. I like it. It wasn't a big thing everybody wanted, but I thought they was fire the first time I saw them. Then I saw this matching fleece sweater, and it was like a blessing in disguise with the matching hat. Everything going good together. But my shoe of the week, which I was actually trying to save for next week, but it ended up being a shock drop today, which is a random drop on, well, it's supposed to be random, but niggas be finding out the information to tell the world so we can all be prepared for it, because if it was random, most niggas won't be ready for it. But it is the Air Jordan 4 Retro Reimagined Breads, which has a technical release date on 2/17, which is the, if I'm not incorrect, the 35th. It's either 31st or 35th. I know them a wide range of numbers in between, but it's somewhere in that one. Anniversary of that shoe, as well as it's dropping on Jordan's 61st birthday.
Dope.
Hey,
So
shout out to
2/17
Jordan.
is Michael Jordan's birthday.
Shout out MJ.
Man, shout out to the GOAT. But the Air Jordan 4 Bread Reimagined, he makes $770K a day off Jordan bread. A day. Nigga, just give me one day of what you make.
Look, man, give
And
me
I'll
6
be-
hours.
Hey.
Man.
I'll
I
be-
should
I'll
have
be-
6 hours.
Yeah.
But look, that's how you build some shit to let it do what
Hey.
it's supposed to do. He ain't never. He's in the crazy part. He's on Jordan 38
Yeah.
at this point in time.
Because he hasn't stopped making shoes.
He ain't stopped making the numbers. Then you got the Team Jordan brand. Then you got the
Why
team.
nobody wearing the 38s?
Some people, if you a sneaker,
If you
like
well, or if you are like I think once he got to like the third, like especially like the
Well,
late
they're not-
20s and
they're not
30s,
like
they're actually
playing.
basketball shoes.
they like really.
Yeah,
hooping.
they really for
But the
hoopers,
crazy
like-
part is, all of these are for hooping too.
Yeah.
But they're more stylish now, and they're not. I don't understand what he was doing to hoop in them shits. Because if you
Well-
walk in a couple of these shoes,
Well, if you watched The Last Dance, you
Like,
saw what
how you getting
you
that
if you watched The Last Dance, you saw what happened when he wore some Jordan 1s and actually went and played the game.
oh
in
yeah,
them.
bro, you gonna fuck yourself.
Like
up.
he had his feet was bleeding.
But they keep 4-5 pairs of shoes in the back.
I was a fan
To-
of the 11s. Them real sturdy.
Low key, them probably and
my
low key the
favorite.
newer
Last
the newer 11s ain't as sturdy. That's the bad part. The prices went up, but the quality ain't as strong as it used to be. Because my brand 11s that I need to get like fixed, I bought the 2012 version, but I bought them in 2015, and you could barely see creases on the toe bar. Like the patent leather was strong.
Yeah.
The ones that just dropped on Christmas, about 3 steps in them.
You see the
I've only worn them twice since December 11th, or whenever I got them on the shock drop. And they got little creases, and I'm like, damn, bro, I don't remember my shit creasing this fast. And I had to pull them out. But I'm like, the creases on here look like I've had these shoes for damn near 10 years. Why do these look like, they don't look horrible, but it's just like, they creasing up too fast. They let me know y'all not putting the same effort y'all used to put in back in the day.
Even though I will admit them 11s that the UNC 11s is getting ready to come out.
Oh, the Columbia.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get those.
Those came out. Those from
That's
the
happening. I'm getting
98.
those.
If I ain't incorrect, it's from the 98 or 99 All-Star game. When they had like the blue jersey, and they had like that older like retro, because they was in San Antonio. That's why I had that. And
like
retro
with the
designs.
pink
Yep.
kinda- yeah.
So he wore them Jordans in them. That was their debuted. So I'm definitely grabbing them this Christmas.
If you ask me, it's retro NBA jerseys for me. The new jerseys, I just feel like they're kind of plain.
They are.
Yeah.
They don't
But
have no
the
creativity in them.
Man, you see everybody rocking that 90s Houston Rockets.
What's your favorite retro jersey?
Oh, probably the Magic or the Raptors.
I like the Raptors. Yeah. Now
I got one. I got a.
Yeah,
My girl bought a two-tone old school Raptors Vince Carter joint, so I got the retro. It's purple on one side, red on the other side.
a lot of people want that and can't even find it.
I ain't gonna lie.
But look, go to MitchellandNess.com.
Yeah, Mitchell and Ness.
Mitchell
Or
and
low key,
Yeah.
all the way NBA, they starting to bring them out now. So NBA.com, Fanatics.com, it's always a random 25%, 30% off
Fanatics
sale on that.
definitely throwing
Fanatics,
money.
I'll stay. And the crazy part, they all using the same warehouse because if you look at the size differences on each one, they're always marked the same way.
That's what
But
I would love a Seattle Supersonics jersey.
my favorite
nice.
was
Like
the
you can find me
Vancouver
up.
Grizzlies.
The
The
Vancouver Grizzlies.
jersey with with Sharif Abdul Rahim was on
yeah.
it. Shit was tough, man.
And they had Big Country. Brian Reeves on that
Yeah,
thing.
that was a big slave catcher looking white boy.
With the I'm gonna call you nigga haircut.
Bruh, he had that.
He had that.
call the cops.
He had that.
Doesn't matter what you say.
He had that me myself and Irene cut.
I was just break. Look. Oh,
Got 3
wow.
black sons at home.
Hey,
But look, y'all, like I said, grab those reimagined bread 4s on 217 if you want them. I got a long spiel to them. I don't even really feel like reading it, to be honest. But y'all know the details. It's a wonderful shoe. Came out in 2019. And for those wondering why I got the reimagined in it, it is because they're taking retro silhouettes and switching up the material. So that shoe usually is a suede nubuck shoe, but now it's all leather.
Okay.
And so they completely switched it up differently. It's a 4, which now got the, if you saw like the SB4s that dropped over in, I think it was May or March. And SB is the skateboarding division of Nike, which they make shoes a little more comfortable to wear. That's how they did those 4s, and that's the model going for every Jordan 4 going forward from now. So shout out to Jordan and Nike and Jordan brand. I'm glad I got my pair, so I ain't got to wake up on the 17th to worry about that. But those who do need it, get them. It's hella raffles, all that good shit, all that good stuff, and some more. But Pass, you want to do our musical break?
yeah, I say who we I
got
see
one.
what's go ahead, let that song that you got getting ready.
Okay.
So this year, I got a chance to see the Amazing Human Jukebox from Southern University twice. I got a chance to see him at the beginning of the season when they played Alabama State on the Labor Day Classic, and also got to see him the last game. Yeah,
It was a battle, man.
got a chance to see them at the last game against the Bayou Classic. And one of my favorite songs that they did this year, my wife is a huge Janet Jackson fan. Huge Janet Jackson.
My mom is a huge
So they did. Yes, we were actually. My wife and I had a rule when it came to the Janet Jackson concert. We had a serious conversation with each other. We sat down face to face, had poured a glass of wine, and said, "Hey, if you get pulled on stage or if I get pulled on stage, just know we gonna embarrass each other.
Oh, yeah.
Because if Janet pulled me on stage and strapped me to that thing, I don't care that I'm 40.
fuck around
I'm busting,
I'll
and
fuck
everybody's
around
gonna
and
see it.
I'm fucking around pass out before
Right.
she even touched my ass. If she'd have did me like that nigga
Like-
she did back on her prime.
Exactly.
Well, first of all, you look at dude, I was like, I don't know, he may not like women, so he may be cool, but he was still like, nigga was finna football. I'd have been up there like,
That boy was shook.
I'd have been with
I'd have been like this. Janet, do you feel it? Do you feel it?
You gotta go to a Janet. You gotta go to
feel
a
it?
Janet Jackson concert in sweats. Like Janet. The real is gonna come out tonight. Don't call me on this
Sweats,
motherfucker.
jeans, you gonna
Yeah.
know
I'm
something.
coming that
feel it.
motherfucker with hooping shorts under my pants. They're like, sir, you had jeans on you. I was prepared, nigga. Just like
On your way up to the
game of
stage.
32.
You got a breakaway suit.
Is that a breakaway suit? Nigga, I'm ripping them hoes off. And Janet she gonna get the anytime in any place in this
Facts.
motherfucker for real.
And I told my wife, I said, I will not think that you're bi or anything, but if Janet do it, baby, do it.
Do it.
Boy, I'm
Trust me, that my
I'm mad
fantasies will be met forever.
I'm mad as you. I'm happy for you, but goddamn,
Right.
like,
I'd have been like,
All
hey,
you
come,
do half
come
the
down
time.
here and let me smell her on you
couldn't
right
tell
quick.
her, like,
Soon as she would have picked, I'd be like, we a combo.
Combo.
We come together. Like,
Yep,
this-
she can't watch the Alpha
You don't even say
Oh,
shit.
my
You
mama
just
said
and
claim
when I
that
say-
motherfucker.
When I say my wife is a real Janet fan, my birthday present to her was her recreating Janet Jackson album covers. So she actually went in. We had a young lady on the show last
to
year.
Esther.
Shout out to Esther Moore. She does like cosplay. So my wife went and she did every individual, had to do her hair or makeup, everything, so she could recreate every album cover. But Southern University, I don't know who their arranger is, but sir, your pen game is fire.
Dr. Taylor.
You know, and y'all about to hear this Southern University anytime, any place. Don't go have no babies during ethnic issue more. Me and Nico are done paying child support.
Nigga ain't paying nothing. So I'm definitely not gonna start now. God damn it. Shout out to my child. I know he ain't watching because your ass better not be. That means you up and you doing. I don't even know how you found it. He be on YouTube though. The kids be finding my. I hate them kids at school find my TikTok. I work with elementary kids.
Same.
And they came in there, Mr. A.
Yeah.
We found your TikTok.
Yeah,
page.
I like mine.
I was like, what's your name? Because I'm finna go through and block every. All I had to do was.
Did they tell you?
No, because they done must added me.
Yeah.
Once they added me, I found the one kid in my list, and I just went through their followers. I go through the next one followers. I block them last. I go through all your followers first, then I block you to make sure I ain't getting nobody. And I was just like, bruh, stop mentioning. And I wasn't even doing nothing on there, but showing shoes and skating. They was like, we didn't know you could skate. I'm like, cause nigga, you ain't never go to skate rink with me. So that's why. And I'm like, y'all make
they find out everything.
Find out everything. All that
I
one.
work with first and second this year, and like they don't necessarily find out everything. Like they can't figure out what's going on in your personal life, but they are so observant.
Oh no,
Yeah. Bro,
We all work.
all of us in education. I teach high school. I've been teaching high school 20 years.
Cool.
Fam, the worst thing in the world is when not the kids find me, when their parents find me.
Like, I had somebody mama found me.
Like, the parents be like, add it, and I'm like, I'm like, that name look familiar.
I'm sure.
And then I go through the pictures a little bit before I accept.
Like,
That little motherfucker. No.
yeah, I knew
Block.
it.
I would never add my son's teachers.
Like, I ain't never even tried to. Hell, my son don't even keep the same teacher long enough for me to even find them. He's on his fourth teacher, 7th grade this year.
Damn.
Fourth teacher, bro.
They dropping like flies.
And I'm talking about this include one of the teachers switching out that grade to go teach their class, and the principal had to go teach their class. Wow. Like, and this first time it's happened at their school.
Just because of the shortage?
It's gotta be. I mean, bro, them kids, and the crazy part, he go to a private. It ain't even that many. It's pre-K through 8, like P3 through 8th grade. It ain't even 300 kids in that whole school. Wow. But them little kids be turned clearly. A couple, they had one teacher quit like the first day, second day.
We had a kindergarten make a teacher quit in her 4th day.
Hey, my school. Wait, look, my school was on the news today, so shit, I can't talk about nobody.
Our second day, I go to my
What
school over
district
here.
do y'all work in?
St. Louis Public School.
I'm in first floor.
Okay, I'm in SSD.
Yeah, I'm over here on the south side.
Okay.
Hell, our second day of school, PKTA, got right at that gunpoint by an 11-year-old. Bro, the shit was crazy. It was crazy. She was coming out her car from lunch, and we always tell her, like, because she from another country. So I'm like, look, man, you on the south side. Stop kicking it in your car in the parking lot. Like, even though we on school grounds, I'm like, you can see where our school is at. You can walk around the block and know you in the hood. So I'm like, hey, I know you don't understand. She from like one of them like third world countries, like close to Iran. It may be that one. So I'm like, you probably done seen some shit too. And she just be happy, bro. She don't care about shit. Them kids don't bother. She doing that hollering. I heard school, she careful like,
All right, you one more
kids.
sneeze and you got that shit. Now be careful.
AK-47.
Be careful.
I was sneezed about 10 times.
Oh, man, bro, that shit happened.
We all out of work
I'm in the
tomorrow.
room. I get a phone. The principal come past because I'm a building sub, but I run the in-school room. I do the tech at the school. I do pretty much everything.
You kind of like the utility person.
Yeah, bro, I do everything up in them.
That's what I did. I started at the beginning of this year as a float.
Okay.
And then once we got our numbers up, then I moved into a classroom.
Okay.
Because I'm a TA right now also.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at right now. But at the beginning of the year, I mean, my schedule used to look different every day. Cover this room for an hour, go to this next room, just do lunch breaks in there, ride out this room at the I mean.
Oh, yeah, they ain't running me. They be trying to run me.
Like
So what I do, and we do the same thing, because I got him on, and it was like, when I don't got no, like, if every teacher's there, I'm just at school.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be in there
I just sit
chilling.
on my computer.
I do in school, so I got a room to be in. I'll be in there watching podcasts. And if somebody bring their iPad in and they fix, I'll walk around the school. I pop in the lunchroom. Classes I know where it's more problematic kids. I come just stand in the door and stare at them for a little bit.
Facts, though.
I don't even say that. I just look. They be like, all right, man. They just chill out. Like, stop doing
They
stuff.
start sitting down.
Baby, and that is the crazy part. Like, but when the teachers are gone, I gotta cover that class the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
Do everything they need me to do and all that. But kids is worse, bro. You know,
Facts.
they ain't worse on their own. Their parents are more worse than they are.
Yeah.
And that is why they are the worst person that they've developed into.
Facts.
But before we
Let's
get to
get to
tangent
this.
on these kids, man, we about to go to a
It
quick.
can happen.
It will, bro. We be here for 2 hours talking
Look, I was
about
going to
kids.
say, talking about what pissed you off.
Yeah, dog. And the good thing about my school, we got. Well, one of them just left. Shout out my El Capital, Pablo Ramos.
Pablo Ramos.
He was our first grade teacher. He just actually moved to Okinawa, Japan.
Oh, he moved there.
Yeah, he's in the military.
Oh, yeah.
But he's a teacher in the military, so he teaches third grade on a military base in Japan. And he had been working. Like, I was one of the few.
I thought he had just went out.
Oh no, bro, he moved. He left.
My cousin just moved out there. His wife is in the Navy.
He left
They both doctors.
You know they're getting ready for military action.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that's what that is. You know, we're at especially after that strike last week or earlier this week, that we're preparing for military action. So they getting ready to pull it because I got a student who is in the reserves,
Right.
and they called him and was like, "Hey, you know, they're getting ready to start calling people." He's like, "I'm still in high school."
Damn, nigga, I can't
They was
finish
like, "That's a decision that you made."
Right, yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
hey, I wouldn't sign
"There's
no
like you need to be
dotted line.
alert."
Y'all niggas ain't getting me.
Get y'all
But see,
prepping up, man.
that's the good thing.
Get y'all
He
prepping
did
up.
it because he's solely there for education.
Yeah.
So, and his wife was a teacher at our school too. She switched to do something else. She moved back here. I think she do first grade now. So I'm like, that's love. And I was like, bro, the difference experience you're going to have from these kids we was dealing with who don't have no discipline or structure at home to kids whose whole life is built on discipline and structure. I'm like, you ain't finna have this hollering in class and getting into it with you. It's like, nah, bro, you finna have kids sitting in there attentive when you get there. All of that with parents who was like, hey,
Yeah, you 2 minutes late. They're like, "You're late." Class started at 0800.
facts, like. So I'm gonna hit him up one day, man. I got the email, but shout out to bro. But man, yeah, we're gonna go on our quick commercial break.
Yeah.
This is episode 25. Ethnic Ishmael, crank that ish.
We got a whole bunch of random topics.
Shabazz at the end of that motherfucker.
That motherfucker got their own
We done.
Hiroshima bomb. They got their own Hiroshima bomb.
Shout out to the Hiroshima bomb from Funk Flesh that we utilize every week. But as always, if you're just now tuning in, we are back on episode 25 of season 2, merged season 1 of Ethnic Ish and More. Crank that ish. We in the house with the wonderful 314 Midwest Crank Podcast in the building. We got band member, brother of Kappa Kappa, national honorary. I thought you I was trying to give you the alley-oop. I was trying to give you the alley-oop. Give you the alley-oop. I'm sure somebody yelled at that home.
Yeah.
But y'all heard our wonderful music break, as Past Master said. That was from the Human Jukebox.
Yeah.
Southern University.
Shout out to SU.
When they play Texas Southern, anytime, any place.
Yep.
It's a wonderful, beautiful song if you tapped into. I love some good, especially when you come from an HBCU who football team doesn't win. You thoroughly start to enjoy music. Shout out to my Lincoln football player. We not gonna. That's one of them things. It's like you got to call a spade a spade. I don't care what year you win. I haven't heard nobody tell me they had a winning season from Lincoln. I haven't met a person. And if they did, it had to be back in 1866 before football started.
The niggas in the army was playing.
But I have been there when them niggas had a defeated season. You know, you usually get undefeated, meaning you beat everybody. Defeated means them niggas lost every game.
Including to the high school across the street.
Including to the high matter of fact, they just did it. They just did it again recently.
This season.
Yeah. Then I heard they. And that's a rumor that I
It's a
don't know
rumor
to
that
be
they lost.
true.
It's a rumor that they lost to Jeff City
Jefferson
Jays.
City Jays got some big burlesque
Corn-fed
motherfuckers
boys
that play on
over
their
there.
football team. Mind you, the Jefferson City Jays football field looks better than Lincoln's
Oh, it's a
football
stadium.
field.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
like
that's
that
how
shit
it
is.
It's a stadium.
Yeah, that motherfucker is nice.
Across the street from
Lincoln, we be losing so bad, we got to sit on the same side as the nigga that's beating our ass. Like, they ain't even,
Excuse me.
they haven't even invested in putting another set of bleachers on the opposite side for them people. We got to all sit next to each other.
We used to, they used to host the track championships.
Yeah,
They still do.
I don't understand why we used to. Why
We
did
got the
we go
Jamaicans though.
there? There's
So-
barely any room for
Wagwan.
anybody.
It's the state rule when it comes to who can host high school games. So like they get every championship can't go to Mizzou. So like for example, football is played at the football state championship is at Mizzou. Basketball state championship is at Missouri State. So like you might have like archery at Missouri Southern. So it's just the way it work out that, and because Lincoln is their best program is track.
Okay.
They're national championships in track.
I'm talking about like most. We also go like
they
import
go
Jamaicans.
Once you get them,
Like
They
they
go
come
get 'em.
there and they be like, "Hey, you want to run track? Cool.
to the slums.
Can you serve food? Yes. We got a scholarship for you because they put every Jamaican at our school work for Sodexo in some capacity. Like they all, like every single one. I'm talking from the cook to the motherfucker
Taking your car, swiping your car.
swiping your car. Like some of them was cool. Some I was like, "Hey, bro, this cat food.
Kobe, you can't come in here no more.
You don't have." I'm like, bro, stop acting like I'm trying to walk into motherfucking Longhorn and eat for free. This shit nasty for one. Let me get my food, bro. No ID, no. Oh, man, fuck y'all, bro.
Yep.
You pay
You
them.
got your ID. You ain't.
Don't come out your
Okay.
way.
I'm like, and if I get your visa, what you gonna do? And let me get some goddamn food, man. But
Let's
yeah,
get to these
shout
random
out to Lincoln and
topics.
our wonderful defeated team of several seasons of doing so. They can beat y'all up though.
Thanks.
Some of them. Like, everybody can't fight. But we got our wonderful random topics.
Yeah.
And this first one, Paz sent me early in the week. And so I kind of let him go into it a little bit and kind of explain.
So I seen a video, man, and it was a daughter sent a letter to her mother, basically saying, "Hey, my dad pays $1,900 a month in child support. Every time I ask for something, you tell me no. You use the $1,900 to pay, for the bills in the house and stuff for her little brothers who are not her dad's kids and all that, but she not getting no money. And so she is trying to get her mother to turn, or she's actually, with the help of her dad, trying to get the courts to make her mom give her the money. And
she like what, 16?
Yeah, she's 16.
16.
And the mom is like, you know, that's your dad getting in your head. But, you know, as a person who paid child support, I'd be damned if you using my money. It's one thing that you paying the bills of the house. I understand that. My kid got to have a place to live. Understandable. But to take care of kids that ain't mine? Fam. Like, I'm going to have to come over there and hit you with that homie, don't play that.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I ain't never gotten to the one. I ain't never had to deal with child support because me and my son, mama, set that up perfect. It wasn't no point to put me on that. Like, it wasn't no spiteful thing, and it was just like, nigga, I'll take care of my son. I've been there since you had to go to doctor's appointments.
Like two adults.
Yeah, like
the way it should have been. The way it should have been.
I tell people, like, why we gotta get these white folks in our business? And now we sitting up in the room where we already being prejudged because we in here because we couldn't make two adult decisions. I'm like, my disdain for you shouldn't have nothing to do with the kid. I don't care if we hate each other. If we need, you got a good life for the longest. I'm not saying me and her ain't never had no hate towards each other. For the longest, we just ain't have to deal with each other. His drop-off point was his grandma's house. If I see you there, what's up? But other than that, and then as we got older, it's just more. It's like, shit, he getting all of my son to be in the 8th grade next year. Like, he's straight 2 years from high school. And now it's at the point where it's just like, hey, if you need something, like, to talk to me about something with him, send them texts. It ain't never one of them like, well, I need you to pay for what he got going on over here. It's like, if it's something that involves him and schooling and all that, boom, we'll split the cost. Unless it's just something you took care of. If you want recoup because you ain't telling me, cool. But other than that, we don't have no issues like, hey, I need him this day. Even if it's my week, if you got something going, can I pick him up and keep him? Cool, and vice versa. But if I had to pay money and she was to have other kids, I expect you to take care of your household, but it shouldn't be no issue if my child wants something after normal stuff when I know for a fact the $1,900 I provided, and I know if I know how you living, the $1,900 I provided, she should not be able to get some of that. Yeah. Like, you can tell them, well, shit, if it's a kid growing something, that bare minimum, shit, I'll take $500 of it, especially if I'm a working adult. Right. Take $500, I'm going to put it in an account for you. I'm not going to give you no full credit card to let you do X, Y, and Z. I'll put a limit to what you can do, but we're going to build this shit up so once you go off to college, if that's your choice, here's your debit card.
And wait, look, I'm not sure what state they in, but hell, in Missouri, your child in college, you still paying.
Still paying.
Yeah.
You're still paying. And so understand that it's, I feel like, give that kid that some of that money at least. You know, I understand, but for you to tell your child you can't have basic shit.
I gotta take care of your brother. Girl, I ain't tell you fucking have them kids.
Right. Shit, that sound like a you problem.
My first thing be like, I ain't asked for no siblings. Like, I didn't tell you to do. I love them, but that was a personal choice that I had to be dubbed with that as well. So,
Mama, it seemed like you make bad decisions, Mama.
Bad decisions, man. I gotta give a shout out to Northside's very own Sexy Red. She had a baby. She had a baby yesterday. Hey. And if you went on her Instagram and or Twitter, she's by far
that's 3
the most happiest postpartum woman I've ever seen in my life.
She's what?
Because either it was before the baby came, or I think it was before she had trying to help it go down. She made a whole video in the hospital, standing on the bed, twerking, all type of shit, dancing. She was on brand. There's one thing I can say about her: she stays on brand. She gonna be the hood hottest princess. And if that's you, I rock with it. I've been counting as well. True Northside at its finest. So shout out to Newborn. I've seen her videos and her other kid. He seemed to love her a lot. I'm sure he ate the whole moving and grooving because you used to your parent being there every day. Yeah. Then they become this overnight celebrity that's huge, bigger than what you expect somebody to get to. And I tell people it's crazy. That November, or either end of October, beginning of November, I went to go see Gucci Mane at the pageant, and she was our opening act. This is 2 months when she dropped Pound Town, and it was so much going on. I'm like, bro, niggas was going to get their drinks, all that shit during the time. There was so many people on stage, you could barely hear her and what she was talking about. And then literally 2 months later, she's standing in the middle of a beauty supply store. Let this nigga named Wiki Films shoot a mic performance of her doing a song. And and the shit go crazy. That's when
It's crazy how fast she
like, bro, it's like. It's like, damn, you always hear, and I know it ain't that, but you hear people like, damn, nigga, do they be planting these people in this situation? Because, she been doing this shit for a long time. She, if you've been, her first viral video was her and this little white boy named Vlad. He a bro, too.
Is it?
Crazy, man. He hit me up, like, before, a long time ago, but the whole doing the, Vanessa Carlton song, the 1,000 Miles, she did a whole hood version of that shit, walking down the street with a white boy. And that was viral, like 8 years ago. And I ain't even, that's when she was like high school. I ain't know nothing about her, of course, then, but I knew I saw the video.
What high school she go to, like?
Normandy?
Oh, well,
I think it was Normandy.
Oh, she was Normandy.
So it's like, it's on brand.
Yeah, it's very on brand. Very on brand.
And it's crazy, as a person not from here, I've adapted to the asking the same question. What high school did you go to? You're from here? As soon as I hear, I'm like,
Yeah, I taught at
you
Normandy
ain't even
for 3
from
years.
here. I'm like, but
She is very much on point with Normandy.
She is on brand. And I was like, I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if she came to the Lou to make sure her baby was born in St. Louis. That looked like something she'd do. Right. Like, oh yeah, I'm here.
Well, she probably not on tour or nothing right now.
Nah, she not. I mean, she ended it, but hey, I went. I don't know if everybody went. I got a free ticket from my homegirl. My homegirl from college just randomly. My girl was already going with her friends. I'm like, man, I'll watch the kids.
You said that you was like, yeah, I got a ratchet side, but not that ratchet.
No.
That's the way she looked. She's like, no,
nah, bro. Look, hey, that shit was live. It took now you feel like it took a hellas to come out there, but it really wasn't. She was supposed to come out there at 10 o'clock. She did come out exactly at 10, but shit, the show started at 8 with no real opening act. So we just in there listening to a DJ.
It was just
hellas.
a DJ.
There was some random lady came out there. She was low key cold, and so you listen to her. She knew people want to turn up. Of course, she started twerking. The crowd go crazy. Then you listen to her. I'm like, this woman can rap. Y'all pay her some motherfucking attention. And then she came out there, extra ghetto, extra pregnant, but it was lit, bro. That's the first time I've been in a concert. Lights shut out, all these phones come out.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can see her, like just illuminating the shit out of her. She had her shit done with like the whole graphics coming on the big screen and all that type of shit, bro.
Hey, she got bread now.
And she is the second person ever to sell out the Schaefer's. So I never looked up who the first one was, but she the second person ever, which clearly is a feat within itself.
I would be surprised if it was Erykah Badu. Because she was at the Schaefer's.
Nah, that wasn't sold out, though.
It wasn't sold out?
No, that wasn't sold out.
Shit,
Might have been Tyler.
I was in a different world that night.
I'm going to Google that before we leave tonight.
I went to that show.
What, Tyler the Creator?
Yeah, I went.
Hey, man.
It was all the way to the roof, man.
What I can't remember the name of the last project he dropped.
Call me if you get lost.
When you talk about a master fucking piece.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't no huge Tyler the Creator fan just because he was just goofy. And I was like, Brian, listen. But I knew he had songs. I listened to that shit from beginning to end. I'm like, if this nigga don't win every award he's supposed to get off of this. So only so many people drop one of them type of projects. I'm like, bro, that shit. Dude, weird, low key. That's her favorite artist too. It's funny we bring him up. That's her favorite shit. Like, I should try to do a song with that nigga. I was like, I can't see it, but it had to be hella ghetto and goofy for the fun of it. But so I saw another crazy story pass.
Yeah, I see this one.
And I'm gonna ask everybody how they feel on that. A man killed his coworker because he ate his lunch out the refrigerator. And that happened in like 2021, I think. And he just got sent 2022 or 2021. He just got sentenced 100 years.
100 years?
I mean, he killed the nigga.
I mean, yeah, but goddamn.
Nigga over a sandwich?
Right. I mean, hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Now, hold on.
Was it hot or cold?
This is my thing. I
gotta know.
We're going to go. I'm going to start it. We're going to go this way around. No, we're going to go this way around.
I stepped out for 2 minutes.
Like, as a nigga that's been in school. Now, mind you, I used to work at this cleaning job in Jeff City my first year at Lincoln in the summertime. And we used to clean the state building. And this was in our broke days. Me and Congo broke as hell. We barely had money for food, but we got a crib, all that shit. And we would be in there, like, we got to clean the fridge, like, go past the fridge. I got to do the trash. We both doing the trash on different floors. I vacuum his floor, he do the trash. So we walking, I'm like, we check all the refrigerators and the freezer every time. I was like, bro, what it look like it got an abundance of in here? Because we finna take this home and eat tonight. I'll be damn, I'm finna start. Somebody low-key was like, they asked us, like, hey, man, somebody said something about the food. Man. So I was like, food? I would never. How am I going to get the food up out of here, bro? It's like, you right. I was like, all right, bro, we're going to have to switch it up a little bit because niggas catching on. But I know if I had my mouth tuned up for something I brought from home, that I knew this was from the last night, and it was fire, and I come in the break room and I see your ass eating the last of it out of my Tupperware,
Should be a problem.
I don't know what I'll do.
Question. What meal would it have to be for you to snap like that?
Anything I brought from my motherfucking house, because I cooked it. And
I don't
like,
know, to kill somebody,
I don't
not
know.
to slap you.
now it's one of them things like you took it too far. But I get it, nigga. Like I understand the anger.
I understand the
Yeah,
sentiment.
I understand the
realities
anger.
of the situation.
And this feel like this
Yeah.
just leads me to believe that wasn't the first time that man ate his lunch.
Yeah, this
Like,
was an
'cause I heard
ongoing
he
thing.
didn't do it till like a week later. So I'm like, that nigga let that shit
Man, I asked
fester.
you last week, bro. If you that hungry,
He was like-
just ask.
I told you stop eating my
He like my nigga, so they ran the cameras back, right? I asked the security. They ran them back. I saw you grab my shit, bro, so I'm gonna ask you again. And it's like, did you kill this nigga at work? Do you know the nigga personally defined his home?
How did
If
he
this
kill
happens to you, my brother, what are you gonna do?
Beat him to death with a sandwich.
Cause I'll be hungry, bro.
I'll be hot. I'll definitely be hot.
I may not take your life.
But to kill somebody,
No.
Cause but looking at dude pictures, I'm like, you may have missed a couple meals in your life.
He had a shitty look.
I mean, y'all
100
grow with
years,
siblings?
man. That's a lot.
100 years.
I got one.
That's
We
what
didn't
I'm
grow up
saying.
together though. That's my daddy other
With
child.
siblings, and you already know that somebody always.
they
be
probably-
But see, that's another thing.
What state
As-
was it? Probably didn't carry the life sentence. That's probably why it's 100 years.
As a person who got a sibling, my sister just called, literally. I still, now that I'm grown and we don't live in the same house, fam, you really can't touch my food.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those people. Now, depending on what it is, I might let it slide. But see, my favorite food right now is this place called Potbelly Sandwiches.
Oh, yeah,
Potbelly.
You just got hit.
It's a
bro.
Potbelly's by Lindenwood. I
got
love
hit too?
Yes.
See, so I don't know if they from Chicago, but I was eating that shit back in college in 07. And bro, listen. Any other sandwich
it
place?
probably just got to the Lou not
Yeah.
It had to. I don't know about.
I went to DC for my birthday.
Okay.
Literally, my wife would tell you that every time I ate that wasn't like some sit down restaurant, she like, "What you doing? Getting Potbelly's delivered?
Potbelly.
Where we going? Where you going? Potbelly's. It remind me of Quiznos.
I think that's.
And you know,
I think that's why I like it so much. Like having that hot
it's
sandwich
just crazy Quiznos went out of business the way they did.
because it was fire.
Quiznos fire.
And it was like I just seen a whole thread about that. This girl on my page was like looking for Quizno lovers. Cause she's like, what might happen?
Yeah.
And then I started reading the thread. My was like, bro, we don't know what happened. I looked up an article, and it was just like we had too many of these motherfuckers. It wasn't going the way it's supposed to be going. And that's the first time. That's how we done that. It wasn't going the way it was supposed to be going. And then they was I think Quizno started falling out at the height of the whole, when like that nigga Jerry started promoting Subway, and the Subway just started going crazy. Then you got the $5 foot long. So it was like
Subway did go crazy.
they went crazy, bro, for nigga who claimed he walked there every motherfucking. I'm like, bro, I seen
Also a
yo.
pedophile.
That's why he locked up now. They
Right.
get the brakes off that nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. He got.
I ain't surprised. Any nigga that lie about walking every day. And I'm like, bro, you did not walk no every day, and that's why you lost some fucking all that way. Because he was huge. Walking every day and eating them motherfucking
Didn't he have like a
sandwiches.
gastric bypass or
Bro,
some shit?
yeah, bro. It's just like somebody getting the BBL and start selling workout tapes. Baby, we know you had help. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Facts.
But
Hey,
you ain't got to lie to me.
nigga, Byron said, "Fam, I had to I had to mop the floor with him."
No, yeah, bro. Especially if I don't like this job. If it's a job I hate on, it's already coming here every day thinking like, fuck this job.
Yep.
You eat my motherfucking lunch, bro. You better hope I just use my hands.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Kobe,
hit you.
Kobe, what meal would be in there that would really just take you there?
Man, if a nigga came, I had some boudin, couple of links of boudin, couple packs of crackers, and I come in that motherfucker, my boudin gone.
And you eating my sausage? I guess I'm gonna
seeing
put these
somebody
hands on
eat
you.
your leftover wing stop. And they just scooping your ranch up like they ain't got no pride in themselves. Like, nigga,
How your day going?
do you know the delectableness of a Wingstop ranch? Don't nobody else touch that but me, bro.
Kayla, what about you? What meal would it have to be?
Don't touch my crab legs.
Ooh. Like if it's if you eat my snow crab, I'll probably beat your ass. But I ain't gonna say nothing. But if you eat my king crab, I'm gonna have to.
Together, they finna choke your ass.
Any seafood.
Blue crab.
Seafood costs too much for anybody to be trying to dibble and dabble with it besides motherfucker that
I
bought
pay
it.
for it.
Exactly.
Please don't.
Oh yeah, and that be the part. Like, bro, I paid for this shit.
Get your pound of them by $6.
Well, you from Louisiana.
Yeah, get your money blue crab, ball them up.
Man, I'm like, bro, you could have asked me if I felt it on my heart. Like, sometimes you know when people going through,
Yep.
it's just like, all right, bro, I can't give you this. Here, a couple of dollars, and then go get you a sandwich from up the street. Yeah. But you just eat that nigga probably was eating the last of it, looking at that nigga. And he was just like, you know what?
Nigga probably ate a sandwich and he got home. Was like, you know, man, fuck that. I got some shit at home. And he walked in and his lady.
And somebody else ate some other shit.
Lady's kid eating
Like,
That's
bro,
what did
and he
it.
couldn't fuck
can't
them
kill
up.
you.
He
Yeah.
couldn't fuck them up.
Right.
So he went and found that nigga. And he like, nigga, I'm sorry, but
It's time for you to meet your maker.
He's like, yeah, bro.
Hey Nick, what meal would it have to be for you, bro?
Man, that's a hard one.
Because I see you a big nigga like me, so
No,
you know.
no,
it's-
100%,
yeah.
man. I mean, you know.
His roster
I probably have to
pasta.
say, man, don't fuck with that chicken wing plate, man.
Look, that's what I'm,
Chicken
bro.
wing plate,
And I'm a
don't fuck
everybody
with it.
know
Please
I am a
don't.
chicken connoisseur.
I just got a chicken.
Oh, man,
Oh,
yeah.
Bro, you touch
Maybe a
me.
little
You touch
quesadilla
my
or something.
quesadilla, I'm gonna have to kill you. Do not touch my goddamn food. Just don't touch none of my. Hey, as the one of the greatest rules, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
Facts. Facts.
Say to yourself, you ain't got it. Yeah, like food, you could get away taking a nigga drink, cause you could go, I better. I know he got lunch this time. Let me get this. I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna go replace it right quick. You can't replace my whole meal. I don't want no new fresh one. I want the one with the half-bitten chicken wing in there because I knew the rest of that shit was good. Don't play with me like that, man. Another thing before we get to moving the entire interview, man. The Grammys came on this past weekend.
Well, you should have seen the conversations I had today about this shit.
I don't even give people discourse sometimes. I got to be in the mood for it because niggas be saying this dumb
I
shit.
found myself quoting you, my brother. My students was like, "Who the hell is Killer Mike? Grams, who is Killer Mike?" And I'm like, first of all,
disrespect.
they don't make. I said, first of all, as a lifetime listener of the Dungeon family, I feel disrespected right now, and the person who carries your grade should never feel disrespected.
Facts.
Secondly, I was like, my man literally pulled Andre 3000 from the hills of Germany to say, please come here and don't play a flute. Can you drop a verse?
For he got a nigga that said, I won't rap because I don't have nothing to talk about some shit. And I was like, for a nigga that ain't got nothing to talk about, you sure got the fuck off on this.
Facts.
And I'm like, they put you
Facts.
first. It's like he came in the studio, was like, I'm ready. Just rapped and left right afterwards. He ain't tell nobody nothing.
He played the flute as he was walking out.
That nigga probably played the flute. I call him the Black Ron Burgundy. He'll pull that motherfucking flute out anywhere. He going on tour with that motherfucker.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Low key, I think he went to. My assumption is the tour places he going to because he only going to San Francisco, L.A., Chicago, and Atlanta. Them must have been the top 4 listening areas of it. I ain't finna act like, oh, this is something you should listen to, but it's a good meditation album. Like, I be doing it at the crib, especially before I go skating. I'll stretch and shit, so I like doing a little yoga stuff. And I'll play that in the background. Bro, you talking about peace? I was telling them at the school, we play jazz music for the kids in the morning so they can sit when they sit in the gym. Like, be quiet. I did all this talking already. Listen to this music.
Yeah.
When I was in there doing it, that's what they was having to listen to. Because, hell, you only got to play one song. It's 52 minutes long. But it was great.
So these kids was like, man, we don't know Killer Mike. We don't know. I said, well, first of all, I said, to quote my brother Nico, they don't make music just for your ears.
Right.
Like, literally, they did not sit there and say, hey, Josh, this should be your song and it's gonna win a Grammy. No. I'm like, what you listening to right now? NBA Youngboy. Exactly.
That's why you mad every morning.
I said, that and them Takis that you eat every morning. Your stomach is on fire.
He started on blue Takis, bro. I don't understand the hype.
Yeah,
I can't
Takis,
do it.
period.
They got blue ones. Them kids in my school love them shit.
Kids out
Fingers
here.
blue.
Fingers blue
Fingers
as hell.
blue,
I'm like,
yeah.
I keep asking them. I'm like, bro.
Stomach's on fire.
I'm like, I can't even imagine the amount of dye they putting on this shit for y'all to eat a corn chip. I'm talking about that shit is royal blue, and I'm assuming they hot. They just popping them. It was 7:30. These niggas, I'm like, y'all remind me of the girls when I went to school who was wearing baby fat coats with the side ponytail because they was eating hot Cheetos with cheese at 7 in the morning. They were the most aggressive ones in our school.
Because they stomach hurt.
Because you had an ulcer by third period. And so,
About at 7:30.
I mean, we can't fault them for eating blue stuff because we was eating green stuff. Well, no.
I was gonna say Wait, look, her age just came out, y'all. She's just like, yeah, we was eating it. No, we wasn't eating that.
Yeah, what's green?
90s babies, we was eating green stuff.
What was green?
Well, I mean, I'm
The green slime,
No, we wasn't eating no
the
damn
green
slime.
ketchup.
I remember that. That was
I
a
remember
I never fucked with that color ketchup
couldn't
because
do
that
it.
shit was weird to me.
My brain, I'm like, it ain't red. It don't
Registered
taste right.
ketchup is red.
Yeah.
I seen that purple shit at the store. I'm like, fam.
Put this on
Nah,
my
bro.
fries.
I ain't never seen a purple tomato. Never seen a purple tomato in my life. So how y'all making this shit? Blue ketchup. We did eat some weird ass shit. Like we was out here eating Kool-Aid and sugar in a bag.
Yeah.
Also, I had chewing tobacco gum.
We did.
Yeah.
Candy cigarette.
I mean,
Yeah, but
surge
you-
alone, the
definitely
drink
candy
surge
cigarette.
alone
Oh
did
yeah,
it for us.
but you know, for me, my parents kind of kept me away from some of that stuff because of the fact that my dad was a chemist, and my dad worked in this place. It was called PD George. It merged with this company called Warner Jenkinson, and Warner Jenkinson got bought by Sensient. So Sensient off Jefferson, like Jefferson and Casshh.
Okay.
Literally, all they do is make colors. So they make the dye for like when you look at the bag of the old M&M bag and that mug red 6 and blue 4, that's what he made. So literally, like he would have like big ass barrels of M&Ms and shit because they got to test the colors. So he would have it, but he couldn't bring it home because my sister was diabetic, and he would be like I'd be like, can I get this? No. Do you see all them? Well, all what? He said, Daddy, make all these. It's not good for you.
And they banned Skittles in Cali.
Yep, they banned Skittles in Cali because of that.
Yep.
Did they?
That's why they
every other country
you can't
besides
sell
America.
you can't sell Skittles
Known
in
carcinogen.
California. And it was like, damn, Rice don't run
Like
through
those
Skittles.
those dyes give you cancer.
Bro, I went through a Skittle phase,
I
bro.
completely changed my family diet. We don't eat those dyes, none of that. If it pick it up and it got some, I'm sorry, but we can't eat it. Like I go to Trader Joe's and get my son the Trader Joe's little M&Ms, their brand M&Ms. We eat those all day, but these M&Ms from Dollar Tree,
Oh, yeah.
we're not eating those.
Hell no.
And they like $3 now.
Facts.
Shareable.
The $1.25. I'm like, what is it, Dollar Tree and some shade? Like y'all niggas is charging too much.
Well, speaking of the Grammys, man, did you hear what do you think about
So-
Jay-Z? Oh, go ahead, Killer Mike.
First of all, we got to shout out Killer Mike.
Facts, the
for
sweep.
sweeping-
Killer Mike.
For sweeping the rap categories.
Then
He
they
won
arrested
Best
my
Rap
nigga.
Album, Best Rap Performance, and Best Rap Song. Which, when I first heard the album, I don't know if everybody listened, I think it's called Michael.
Yep.
As soon as I heard that track, I remember it was like, you got them songs where I knew where I was at when I heard it. I'm sitting out on the porch blowing. Like, I got one of them porches that I feel like I could be an old man. So I'll just go, it's summertime, I'll just go post up, bring my radio outside, roll up and just watch the cars drive by and shit. It's hella peaceful. And I was like, I'm scrolling, we finna play some music. I'm like, damn, this shit's like Killer Mike. Who? Play it. Hear the beat drop. I'm like, okay, that nigga start rapping. It was like one of them, like, nigga, I didn't even know you had this in you still.
Yeah, it's one of
Like,
those.
bro,
that
he
hit
went
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then I heard the album, and it was automatic. I'm like, bro, if this don't win a Grammy, they tripping. Because I'm like, this is a amazing body of work. And he swept that shit. Then being on Twitter, all the niggas was, hey, Travis Scott should have won. I'm like, bro, this nigga, he makes great music, but it's like the same album over and over and over.
Yeah.
Because he has a certain style of production that he do. I'm like, Killer Mike reached in the bag that a lot of y'all don't want to listen to. I'm like, that nigga was rapping. And
That's why he got it.
he was rapping. But it's also, what pissed me off was the nigga not only win 3 Grammys, untelevised, because even in 2024, the rap category is at the pre-Grammy show. They won't show that category on TV for whatever reason.
I think they did that on purpose because they knew the superstar talent of who could win. You see
That's
what I'm
why
saying?
you should have put that shit on TV.
Like it would have been great had Killer Mike had that prime time opportunity. But I think when you look at who was nominated and they knew who they knew would actually show up to the show, they was like, hey, it's not worth the TV time.
But that's how you know it's not all about the music.
Oh yeah,
It ain't.
this is
It's all about
always
who's gonna
about
watch your ratings.
Everybody will be on TV.
It was always about ratings. It's the Taylor Swift show. We're gonna the NFL been capitalizing for a couple weeks. Damn it, it's our turn.
Our boy was praying the Chiefs lost.
Oh.
Off of the strength. I just ain't wanting because I'm like, bro, focus on the game. Ain't no knock to Taylor Swift. She ain't got shit to do with football. But because she didn't, they believe off of their analytics, she helped generate $335 million off of her sheer star power, getting people who wasn't fucking with football tapped in. They like, shit. Soon as that nigga catch the ball, they'll show her before they even
go
show.
right to her.
But show the replay of the catch. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about her doing that.
How much you want to bet that come Sunday, she gonna somehow end up in the show with Usher?
Boy, I swear to God, I said that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I said they go, bro.
it's done.
Said, look, that's how I know Patrick Mahomes that he over. He over. They played Baltimore. That nigga did not go sit in that press box and went outside the stadium to tailgate with the Ravens. He is when you see Patrick Mahomes, you see his daddy. It's like, are you sure that's your father? Because this is a hood nigga.
Got his third DUI.
I'm like, I need to see.
He just got caught up yesterday.
Yeah,
didn't he?
DWI.
He was smiling at that picture like, boy, my motherfucking son is Patrick Mahomes.
I'm calling Pat up real quick.
I didn't want to drive her anyway.
He like, nigga, y'all can give me whatever felony or whatever you need. This nigga gonna take care of me for the rest of my life. So shout out to him for being around. He ain't there just tried to pop up at the end of that shit. But it's like, what Patrick Mahomes' mama look like?
I know she white.
Oh man, I guarantee that. But I'm like, what type of white lady is you to be with this nigga? He's a nigga.
I can kind of think of what type of white lady.
I thought it was white lady.
Yeah, it'd be like
Like the tax time white lady. I'm
thinking it's that she probably a smooth.
Stuck beside her.
She a little thick, but she got that cut. You know what I'm saying? The white woman. I fuck black dudes haircut.
The half bob. I used to call it the Sharif.
But she can also hold her own in like a black space.
Right.
Yeah, you know, she know.
But
she can sing in Anita Baker a little bit.
She know when to.
You know what I'm saying?
She hums to In Vogue on her off days. Type of white lady. But as we still talk about the Grammys, man, Jay-Z had a subtle Kanye moment.
He did.
And I saw a lot of discourse about that because it was like when Kanye did the shit, y'all niggas weren't fucking with it. He do it, Jay-Z do it. And I was like, you know, people always got the...
He said it gracefully.
Great, and it's always
Not
the
aggressively.
It was the approach.
Yeah.
Kanye, we could tell you was fucked up.
Jokes in there.
Yeah.
But Jay also had the mic because he was supposed to have the mic. So he had the opportunity to say what he wanted to say versus going up there and be like, let me interrupt you and say something that's not my time.
That nigga said, hold on. It's like, nigga, I'm happy you won. However, but that's a point they both made. How is she the most winningest Grammy winner?
He was just saying what everybody is thinking.
Yeah.
So and like you got the people that's like us is like, oh, he just told the truth. Honestly, he wasn't ignorant about it. He just told the truth. There's another whole slew of people. It's like, why would you go up there and do that? Like we need to cancel you because you.
When he said it, they paying her. She had that look like, I ain't tell your black ass to go up there and say that shit.
But you know what though? I give it to
car
him.
ride home was probably it.
I get. I'm gonna tell you. I think that car ride home. I think she was good.
Right.
Because if we look at it in the last year or two, we've seen black men go up there to represent black women, and the first time it didn't turn out too well. Right. So for him to go up there and very gracefully and very unapologetic, but speaking real truth. Because my man said he was like, "Hey, when I get nervous, I tell the truth."
That was the funniest.
That was the funniest shit, but it was so real.
Facts.
And he was like, "Hey, this shit don't even add up. It don't even make sense to y'all."
He was like, "How you got 32 Grammys? The greatest. I'm talking, and you talk about greatest. We got people over Michael, Prince, all of that shit. She got the most Grammys ever, but somehow she's never won this. And it's like, it is not no knock to you,
Right.
but come on, son.
Like, come on.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
how she ain't never won? It's just like for people who felt in the height of when Nicki Minaj wasn't tweaking all the time. Like, how she ain't got no Grammy,
Right.
and at one point there was not another.
Well, you see how they
woman
played her though.
Didn't they announce her as a winner or
Yeah,
something?
on
her
the
Ice
official
Spice.
website.
It was on Twitter and everything, and
on
it was
everything.
somebody
That was
fucked
so
up.
Yeah.
It was like it was just like what Steve Harvey said.
That was
to
one of
Ron
Meg's
Person.
friends.
She's like, "Hey, yo, I heard you finna type it up."
Power move.
Lie. Lie for it. Which it don't make it no better. That shit happened, and then Meg song go number 1.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it's her going number 1, first time being independent, paying for everything, take care of that shit. It was like, all right, freaky grandma, you gonna have to chill out now. Leave that little girl alone.
Wait, look. Shout out to have y'all ever seen like personal conversations or something? Y'all know the group of people
about
like the two dudes in so the one of the chicks on that show, Keita, went and she kind of clowned Nicki Minaj for the song or whatever, and then people went and found her address and shit and put that shit out there. They doxed her. Oh, wow. But the fucked up thing, she was like, "Yeah, that was my address 10 years ago," and she was like, and so she went in again. I was like, "Damn, like, hey, she is definitely on the I don't give a fuck Nicki train."
But I mean, I can see.
I kind of agree with
I'm
her.
not that connected to celebrities. It's some people I just don't like. Like, it ain't got nothing to knock to you. It's just what you do. Like The Weeknd. I don't like that nigga.
I'm The Weeknd fan.
But it's like I understand.
with The Weeknd.
I understand that he makes good monumental music. I can't
even agree with that part.
I mean, for people, he's doing shit some people ain't never did. But bro, it's people that feel that way. I don't against it. But the nigga to me can't sing. And I don't like no nigga that's one person named after 3 days. So that's really my biggest gripe with the nigga. It's like, you're The Weeknd. It's like me being mad finding out Travis Porter wasn't one nigga. I'm like, why y'all got y'all uncle name as a group? It never made sense to me. But I think it's like they daddy name or some shit. Some shit like that.
Travis Porter, not 2 niggas?
No, it's 3 niggas.
3? Oh.
But I thought when they first came out,
one nigga name.
I thought it was one person.
2 niggas, but that's
I'm like, damn, Travis. I'm like, that nigga Travis Porter called. They was like, you mean them niggas in Travis Porter? I was like, huh? I'm like, that's why y'all niggas ain't make it that far. Niggas kept mistaking y'all for one old nigga.
Look, it's Travis Porter. Oh no, I'm just one.
Like, no, bro, I'm on scrap. I'm like,
I'm Travis.
But yeah, she just getting corny. She is just getting corny. I'm like, hey, first of all, you look like you doped up most of the time. Yeah. Like, you be just spazzing.
She said she don't do cocaine.
She said she said in the song she love Percocets. So
that's even worse. That's heroin.
Yeah. So she definitely like a dope fiend at some point. She keep herself up, minus. But it's just like, hey, why you can't just be the? It's like some people gotta know when you ain't gotta fall back like you ain't who you are. But it's sometimes you gotta be an OG. She just gotta be an OG.
She don't know how to sit in her throne.
Like,
she don't know how to sit there and be like, hey, look, no matter what the debate is, you are like one of the greatest female rappers, if not the greatest.
The greatest. I think on paper,
yeah,
she's the greatest.
I'm like, just sitting in your throne, like, motherfuckers say shit about Beyonce all the time. You don't see her
arguing. She probably read that shit and be like, bitch, I'm Beyonce. Fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck you talking about?
Like I'm surprised.
Don't go troll her. Like,
I'm surprised because you know the shit Shannon Sharp said about Beyonce.
Talk about Taylor Swift. We had it on here, but we didn't even talk about it because we didn't work. Talk about Taylor Swift maybe bigger. I'm like, maybe to some white people.
Stop trying.
I'm like, nigga, because if fucking Travis Kelce.
No, you know what that is?
Beyonce, nigga, you think they wouldn't show her? They would show her more in the game.
I'm trying to get back on. I'm trying to get back to his ESPN days. That Fox money ain't the same.
I'm saying this money ain't bigger.
Unc is like, yeah, well that's good. You know,
he got the other shit going. So
he got Monique getting ready to do an episode. That's about to be crazy.
I put that on here.
I saw yeah, she already did it.
When I tell you
they just ain't put it out there yet.
Gonna probably do. Niggas was like, oh no, bro, they gonna edit that. I'm like, no, bro.
Nigga, if they ain't edit Cat, they ain't editing her.
Cat shit. I'm like, when y'all see it on YouTube and it say live, they're not live doing it. He said he shot that shit in like November of last year or December. He said, we're going to wait till the new year to drop that motherfucker. Right. Because he knew the type of heat he was sitting on. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, hell, for all we know, the Monique shit had been recorded. Yeah. We just now seeing pictures let it know, like, this is the next one dropping. Right. I think her shit going to do more numbers than Casshh shit did. And Casshh shit did like 50 million in 9 days. Yeah. And still
Monique's
going up.
Definitely,
Monique, I think he gained like 5 million followers.
Because she getting ready to come versus Cat going after comedians. She gonna hit the comedians, but she's going after Tyler Perry. She going after Oprah. She's going after all her shit that she said that we apologize it was good. That shit back square one.
She gonna talk about niggas with motherfuckers like, hey bro, you sure you want to talk about them. I don't know who they know.
If there is an Illuminati, them niggas in it.
Tyler Perry went from sleeping in the car.
It ain't us. It ain't us regular Masons.
Hey, it is not us regular Masons. It's them.
Trust me.
It's them niggas. Look, right. Nikki weird. And it's just like, bro, that's why sit your old ass down. It's like, it ain't nothing, bro. You can still be, because you was cool with all these people at first, and it's like, oh, motherfucker say one wrong thing, you start beefing with them and going. Like, I understand. I'm on one of them people, like, you can't determine how somebody respond and feel. Like, you may, I always tell people, you take it low, I go to hell. How you want to do this? Like,
I said no names.
Yeah, I heard the Breakfast Club interview on the way to school that morning. She was like, "We're gonna play this song. I'm gonna take a nap. When I wake up, there's gonna be some hit dogs that's gonna holler." Yeah. All she said was Megan's Law, and you automatically knew that pertained to your husband. Right. You was the hit dog that fucking hollered. It was other motherfuckers.
Did you hear the daddy of the girl who the actual Megan
he
kid?
Tried to sue her.
Oh yeah, but it's like you can't sue her for that. Artists have certain creative freedoms.
And it's a public law, nigga.
Yeah, and it's not even that. You're talking about a public policy.
I'm sorry. Right. I'm like, it's a coincidence that this
I can make fun of the Constitution.
It's against this woman. It has my exact name.
Talking about the little girl.
I could be talking about my law. This how I run shit. Which you take me to court. I can easily say, I'm like, sir, I didn't even know Megan's Law was a real thing. I was talking about me, and it's just a fucking coincidence. Like when I called my teacher in 7th grade Steve, because he looks like Steve Wilkos, and I got a detention because that nigga's name was Steve for real.
You started the trend of calling teachers by their first name.
Bro, it was a coincidence, bro. I was like, bro, I had no idea your name was Steve.
Only wish we could imagine. I could only imagine what would have been like 20 years ago when we was all little kids niggas. And we had social media, like to the point we have it now, where we was in school doing some of the shit we did.
The ass whoopers I would have amassed because I was getting them without social media. My mama would have beat the brakes off me to see me in 6th grade, 3rd period, flaming the teacher on motherfucking camera.
Shout out to the backyard bandits, man.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about y'all niggas. Y'all was wild, man.
Allegedly.
What you want to do? You want to go to the last one? Or?
I just want to say one thing. Tyrese, you've done enough in the past few years.
Tyrese, just
I know Black Pop.
Why on the first day of Black History Month you talk about you want to be Latino? Why would you stir up Dr. Umar?
Man,
we try not to stir that nigga up, but I feel like he needs to provide you with 10,000 lashes. Because what do you mean? And the question I watched in the Umar clip, he was like, when you say that, nigga, are you saying it as you want to be black Latino because they're still looked at as black people, right. Or you want to be a white Latino person? Because that could be the only thing you were mentioning. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'd rather have been a white man," you say Latino.
You say Latino,
nigga.
No, nigga.
I ain't never heard nobody in my life was like, I don't want to struggle like a nigga no more. But let me struggle like the Hispanics have done.
This way.
I'm like, bro, we all taking our different struggles. The only upside to them is they got the group economics part down. And I've watched it happen a lot. Being from Aurora, Illinois, where the east side, I call it Mexico. Like we call it Little Mexico. Once you cross downtown, everything is in Spanish, bro.
I would love to know that.
Everything is in Spanish.
Did you see this though?
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh no, yeah.
But now you're black though.
Tyrese was suing Home Depot for $1 million, claiming he was being racial discriminated. And then they flipped and they suing that nigga now.
If I was Latino, that would have never happened.
You would have gave me my lumber with no problem.
Right.
I'm like, now your dumb ass. I'm like, Tyrese, I don't know what your residual checks looking like.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know what your residual checks looking like from Fast and Furious movies because I know the music.
Well, the baby mama eating up half of that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey. At this point, my boy, you need to chill the fuck out.
Bill's got another third. You left with
you broke, Tyrese.
What more do you want from me? Nigga, they gonna take everything in a minute. Your ass gonna be out here
crying on Instagram
again. So man, I say let's get to it. We gotta talk about this.
We gotta talk that
band talk. Yeah. Hey, so first I came across y'all. I don't even know. It showed up in my like the little. Damn random shit. Yeah, like an Instagram for you.
Instagram algorithm.
Yeah.
Putting people before us that we would not know was.
Right. So I see something that said 314 Midwest Crank. And I was like, well, the only time I think of crank, I think of crankage. I think of tuning up and blowing somebody the fuck out of the stadium. And I was like, 314? Well, we ain't got no damn bands in St. Louis no more. So
what is it?
I was like, well, let me click on this page. Right. I'm like, so let me click on this page. And then just from my quick, like, glancing at it, I was like, oh, I got to talk to them. Because Nico know what I got coming down the line in next month. Y'all going to see something else from me in next month. What up? Another brother of Kappa Kappa Psi. So, I was like, let me reach out to these people and let's see what's going. Let's see if we can get them on the show.
Appreciate you.
So, could you tell our listeners and viewers a little bit about yourself and what y'all do?
Yeah. So I'll go first. So I'm Kayla. Basically, what I do a lot of things. I'm an herbalist. I'm a doula. I have my own business.
Okay, shout out to the
I'm a
doulas.
mother. I'm soon to be wife.
Okay.
I do a list of things. I coach guard for the elementary school kids. I help them with the dance team. We coached back at our old high school for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I coach
Yeah,
track.
put a mic
I
closer.
coach track as well.
Okay.
Yep, my son's on track team.
I'm on the elementary track, assistant coach as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, that's a little bit about me.
Okay.
Oh, I went to college as well. So I went to SIUC, March.
Shout out to
I was
Carbondale.
in color guard.
Shout out to Carbondale. That's the Upsilon chapter of my friend. Shout out to the bros.
I didn't go to Carbondale off the strength that I knew half of my high school was going, and we was gonna be too wild together.
It's gonna be way too.
I actually
It's
got
a big school from like northern Illinois. It's a huge school for people to come. Cause it's like we still in Illinois, but we far as hell
far
Yeah.
away.
from the crib.
Yeah, I got to go down to
It's a big
Carbondale
part.
this fall because the anniversary of the chapter. There is the birth of the region. It was the first chapter in the region. It was the reason that Iota Phi Theta became a national fraternity because Iota Phi Theta, the chapter at Carbondale was the only single letter chapter in the Midwest, and so they celebrate 50 years this year. So
gotta go
going down there, yeah. And my dean was from Carbondale, so I got to go down there.
When I was,
Oh, yeah.
when I was down
Yeah, it will be plenty of fists, indeed.
there, and they had the best parties too.
Facts, appreciate it.
Because they definitely shout out my nigga Lunch. He just let me get in the stoplight.
Yes,
He'll
sir.
pay for
Yes,
me to get
sir.
into the party.
Shout out
And
to my
that's his
player
friend.
son.
Man,
I call him Fat Snacks.
Shout out
He's
to
out
my
trying to
player
crack
son.
jokes. He's a big dude. He was like, what?
The tuba?
Play the tuba.
Yep.
I don't know. It's all about the tuba,
Yes, sir.
shawty.
What about you, Nick?
So I'm Nick. I graduated from Lindenwood University. I got a degree in education studies and a minor in secondary.
Okay.
Currently applying to Alabama State University for a master's in rehabilitation counseling.
Nice.
It's my girl's
I
school.
just was
letters
down
of
there.
rec, and we're
Yeah.
gonna send that out and get that going. Like she said, we coached band together at Hazelwood Central. She was on auxiliary. I was on percussion with my brothers Javon and Ben. Shout out to Javon and Ben. We just kind of put this together because we wanted to help students in the area get to that school of their choice, so that they can march. We didn't get that opportunity. It wasn't pushed in high school. We marched core style, and when we marched core style, our directors, they didn't push it.
Yeah.
We wanted to do stuff like that. We even wanted to compromise. Okay, if the field show is core style, why can't, when we troop down to the field, why can't we do that show style? Why can't we blow in the stands? Why can't we do those things? And it just wasn't granted to us. It was never pushed. So when we went back to coach, we tried to implement it, and it still wasn't pushed. We got told that we had to go up to central office, get different things, approved. Then they said, oh, yeah, y'all can't have the guard, bucking in the stands. The parents is bitching about it, but Hazelwood Central's, 95% black. Our parents weren't complaining about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't, and it wasn't
Them
the
two
parents.
Caucasian.
It wasn't the
parents.
parents.
The
It was,
parents wanted their kids to be involved in things,
Yeah.
and the kids didn't want to be involved. They're not going to be involved in something that they think is boring,
Yeah.
that they don't see other kids doing. Like,
especially not black kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, growing up in St. Louis, you've seen how big Hazelwood Central Band is. Now that band is down to like 15, 20 kids.
yeah.
Very small.
As a former band director in St. Louis, both on the high school and the collegiate level, it breaks my heart.
When did that trend start? Like 07?
So really,
08,
I would have to say,
When we were in
no,
high school,
07, 08, we were still we were deep. Like when 07, I was assistant band director at Soldan High School under the amazing Christina Brown. And when I was at Soldan in 07, You went to Harrisville homecoming, Lincoln homecoming, and you had band battles.
We blew on
Yeah.
me.
You know what I'm saying? You just blew on anybody. You blew on anybody. I remember
to the youth,
one of my favorite times as a band director. It was Harrisville homecoming, and we were in the staging area getting ready for the parade to start. U City was across the parking lot,
Right.
and I was like, I know how to piss them off because U City was baby UAPB. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah.
And I knew how to piss them off. I knew what I was on. I woke up that morning and I drank. I normally drink coffee or some type of energy drink in the morning. That morning I drank a straight Mountain Dew and I said, you know what? I'm going for it today.
You was on savage.
I was on savage mode. So my stomach was hurting by 9 a.m. And the only thing that was gonna solve it was the fact that I was gonna see U City today, and I played the Fanfare Fierce at U City, and then they played it back. And then we played it back. And it literally was 4 rounds of us playing the same 2 30-second fanfare.
It is like an attack call.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, please, let's go to war.
Around like, what's going on?
You know? And
I'd
so
say that's how I was brought into the band culture. My mom graduated from Harrisville.
okay.
And she went to Xavier in New Orleans for a couple
Shout
years
out Xavier,
also.
man. My sister lives in there.
So we went. She used to take me to Gateway Classic all the time when that was still rolling.
And that breaks my heart. Yeah. That was my first job.
Did Lincoln do the last?
Yeah, that was my first job. So when I graduated college in 2004, damn, I'm old, 20 years out of undergrad. My first job, Earl Wilson, who was the founder of the Gateway Classic, went to my church and we talked about the game and everything. And he was like, one Sunday he told me, he said, hey, when you graduate, come work for me. I said, okay. Shit, that Monday after I graduated, I'm chilling at the crib playing the game. Yeah. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the phone rang. My mom was like, hey, phone for you. I'm like, who? I go pick up the phone? Because all my friends had my cell phone number. So I was like, calling the house phone?
Oh, yeah.
I go pick up the phone.
That's
He's
an
like,
official call.
he was like, where you at? I was like, at home. He was like, didn't I tell you to be here at 8 a.m. after you graduated? I was like, I didn't know you meant like today. He was like, you graduated Saturday. Have your ass at work tomorrow, shirt and tie, 8 a.m. Yes, sir. And that game, he put me right smack dab in the middle, being an HBCU alumnus, was like, hey, UAPB and Alabama A&M. That was the largest Gateway Classic attendance of ever.
I think
And that was 04, man. And you talk about being able to, I picked the football coach up in my Chevy Tracker. The football coach at A&M at the time was dude named Anthony Jones. Dude was 6'7", played tight end for the Redskins. Imagine putting that nigga in a Tracker. He's like, this the car we getting in? I'm like, yes, sir. He was like, okay. I put that chair all the way back, let the seat back. He was like, we'll just make it work till we get to the hotel. I was like, shit, we got to go all the way downtown, too.
all the way downtown.
You know what I'm saying? But, so, you told us a little bit like y'all came from, y'all did the high school experience. What made y'all get to this point where it's like, all right, we're going to do a podcast, we're going to do this?
That's
A lot of things.
long story. Well, no, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
talk about it.
We're going to be truthful. We're going to be truthful.
We got tired of this culture not being pushed enough up here.
Mm-hmm.
And when Gateway Classic rolled out, that was kind of the end. I mean, I know they have tried to implement a couple more classics in the area since
And they
then,
failed.
but they failed, which was disappointing.
100%.
We were trying to be on the field. We wanted to document. We wanted to
We
get
were
it out
back
there.
in that River City Classic.
So when the River City Classic, so there were 2 versions. So first it was the River City Classic that was supposed to be Lincoln and Kentucky State,
Right, I remember.
and
that.
that failed because I was on the committee. I was one of the people who had met with the city of St. Louis to do all that, but the guy whose idea was the guy who was over it just never got the job done. Like he was we were meeting with the most important people in St. Louis. We're talking about sports commission, etc. And he was like an hour and a half late. So by the time he gets there, he ready to talk. They like, sir, we've already heard all this stuff. I've given him everything I can give him, you know. And then last season or the season before, we had the Heritage Classic that was supposed to come here, and that was supposed to be Alabama A&M and UAPB, and it was another horrible third party promoter, you know. And I was excited about that because I was actually going to be the voice of the game. I was going to be the PA announcer. And I was like super excited about that, and and they just dropped the ball. And it's unfortunate that we don't have that here, because for those of us that grew up with the Gateway Classic, that was big.
Culture was alive. It was here, man.
Yeah. We're just trying to get the word out, trying to get a lot more, to show the kids that it's way more opportunities than just in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So that's our goal, really.
So, what makes y'all band experts?
I never said I was a band expert.
Well, I'm just saying you got a show where you gonna talk about bands. So what give it what credentials, what makes y'all feel like y'all got the pull to be able to say that, and the kids listen to y'all?
Music is the backbone, first and foremost. And I come from a musical family. A lot of people on my mom's side of the family played blues music growing up. My grandma, she still sings in a local band around town. You can catch her at 1860.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the fourth Saturday of every month.
Okay.
So her and her band, like they perform there. So music has always been my background. And I was always told, like, you can be involved in something, but at some point you got to be in band. You got to at least hop in band and try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you need to hop in. And so I think it's just like when you go online and you watch some videos, you get the chills and things man, that arrangement was fire. It's different. It's different ways to judge it, but I think I judge off of how did it make me feel? What did it pull out of me? I could run back a little part of an arrangement and be like, that's my favorite part. So I think that's what it is for me. Is just what how can I feel? How does it make me feel?
Yeah.
So
I grew up with the music background as well. My dad, he was a part of a band in his earlier days, traveling all around the United States. He played trombone. So he started me in the band. He actually took us he would take us down to New Orleans every year. So, man, seeing high school bands battle it out in the middle of the street.
Shout out to in the car, saying all of them,
and just walking up and just seeing these bands just go head to head, and it's just like, yep, I'm doing that. Yeah. So I grew up with it. Like I said, went to New Orleans like every year, just seeing the bands, the culture.
He took y'all to a couple Mardi Gras, didn't he?
He took us to Mardi Gras, man. So growing up with that and watching bands, like you said, just being in band, you know what a good band sound like. You know what you're supposed to hear. You know what musicality, dynamic, all of that. So I mean, just putting that on a sheet, you got all those things. I mean, hey, we can't hate you for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw a video the other day where it was some middle school kids and they was all white. And shout out to Dollar Watson. Shout out to Dollar Watson. He had these middle school white kids playing Ice Cream Man.
Oh yeah, that was up in Seattle? Or somewhere.
And it was. Coast. I mean, those kids sounded damn good. They did. It was. I damn. If you close your eyes, you would have thought it was Bethune-Cookman. No, I'm dead serious. Because we know swag. Those of us who listen to bands, we know swag bands. We know they're gonna overblow whatever it is. Right. We know there are certain bands in this country, your FAMUs, your Bethunes, your Norfolk States, who they are here. They don't need 300 people in the stands blowing this horn. They literally gonna say, hey, this sound right here is gonna be clean, crisp. It's gonna have tone. It's gonna have the right pitch. That arrangement is made right. That arrangement was made for what they had versus what they, because we hear it now where you get a band, they out there blowing, and you like, your trombone line ain't strong enough to have this song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so to have,
quick to cost.
Oh yeah, hey, shout out to Mississippi Valley because y'all overblowing the shit and y'all ain't got what y'all need. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. But. What outside of band? Because I was peeping. One thing Nico and I do with this show is whenever we have somebody come on, we like to do research on them. And Nick, I was saying you a part of like quite a few like podcast area type deals. Yeah. So what else you got going outside of 314 Midwest Screen?
I got a horror podcast that I do with a couple of my brothers who work down at the Darkness Haunted House together. And so it's called Toxic Icon. The foundation for that is we work in the lines outside the haunted house, and we are to entertain you before you go in, right? On paper, what they call that position is an icon. But we just needed something that was going to pull people in. So, tossing back, ideas around how about Toxic Icon. So we started that in July, and it's been doing really well. And so, because I see how do we transition into podcasting, I'm taking the knowledge that I have from my experience that I've been doing with that, and then trying to, implement that into another platform. I want to grow this just as much as I'm growing that.
So have you all already done a few episodes of 314?
We've recorded an episode,
Okay.
but we just need to get that edited and get it out.
Shoot videos.
We're gonna talk.
Oh, wait, look. Hey, every time I was like,
I do music videos and I've done
Oh, you
podcasts.
do music
I do
videos?
all
oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah.
Matter of, we actually had another podcast that we did, which
Yeah.
was called,
Historically educated.
which was about
okay.
HBCU.
Yeah, but we had 4 HBCU alums on there. We tried to get every aspect. You had 4 HBCU alums, it was 2. It was 3 different schools represented. Really
Nice.
4 because
Nice.
I got 2 HBCU degrees, and so it was like you had 4 different schools rep. You also had 2 Greeks. You had all the aspects of it, and you had different generations.
So
Like
you had it all
yeah, so like you
together.
had the 90s, the 2000s, the 20, even into like 2010s a little bit, and so you had the opportunity for us to talk about it, but it was really just difficult to try to get 4 busy people to sit down and record an episode. Like we do 2 or 3?
Oh, we did 3.
We did 3 episodes, and it was just like
We couldn't put in the work we needed to because we
Yeah.
wasn't uploading the audio versions.
yeah.
It was just like, this is a great idea, but we just
Everybody has to be on the same
3 of us.
page.
Like, it just didn't work out. But for the few ones, the first one did good.
Yeah.
Like for more than we expected on YouTube. So I was like, we could spin the block again. But I definitely understand how you feel starting a podcast and then trying to build others. Because I'll be getting hit up from other people that want to do podcasts and they're just like, bro, I want to do it by myself. But I think you would be a perfect person to do it with me. And I'm just like, all right, bro, we can map it out right.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm like, but I ain't finna put more on myself. But I'm like, if I do this is your show to curate.
Yeah.
I am just there because I'll help you engineer this show.
Right.
I do all the production with you, but I'm also I'm your backup.
Right.
I'm gonna give you the flow that you need, bro. But I can teach you how to help yourself curate the show. Cause I've been doing, like, when I started this, I've been doing outlines and all of that shit. My outlines used to be handwritten out of a notebook. It used to be just me doing Facebook Live, clocking out with my left hand from work, because I work from home at Crate and Barrel, to pressing live every Wednesday. And when I saw the success of that, getting like 25,000 views off just going live, I'm like, man, this shit can go somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is good to try to just put the same effort you're doing in that
Talking
one.
about what, 3 years
you
later,
gotta
still
push it.
going?
Shit, nigga,
4.
5.
What's up?
I started,
5
May,
on this one.
May 15, 2019 was my first ever episode.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on 5. And it's crazy. That's Brio, this kid's birthday.
Man, and so like, damn, where was I? Oh, here we go. What's been your favorite band battle this past season?
My favorite band battle was A&M in Jackson.
Oh, okay,
That was
okay.
good
The
battle.
Gulf Coast Classic, okay.
Yeah, that Gulf Coast was good. That's a hard one for me. I will say I went and saw Capital City Classic this year.
Okay, Alcorn and
It was
Jackson.
very, very good, very good. Was it my favorite battle? No. I think my favorite battle this year had to be Bama State and Southern.
I was there for that.
And,
Pre.
and it was
Zero.
That
Zero.
zero was
Yeah,
mean.
and my wife will tell you, my wife went to a PWI, and she likes band. Don't get me wrong, she likes band, but I don't think she really was into the idea of, hey, I got to be in the stadium an hour before the game, because you got to hear the zero, and I got to be in there an hour after the game to the 5th.
Yeah.
And I'm like this. I don't leave.
Yeah.
Come on, I ain't here for the game.
I like football. Don't get me wrong. I love football. Played it all through high school. Coached it. But the band is why I'm here.
Yeah.
And so I'm one of those people. I've driven a long time. I think 16 hours is the longest drive I've ever made to see a band battle.
I'll do it for a battle.
Yeah.
It's dedication.
That's true.
So, what? Now, those were your ones from this last season. What about ever? Like that band battle that you like. I've not seen one top this one yet.
1-0 I wish I was in person for. Actually, 2. SWAC championship a couple years ago. Jackson and PV.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yes.
Man, that was a good battle. Jackson was great. Jackson did their thing, but I'm talking about PV.
Shout out to my Marching Storm.
They counted the Marching Storm out before that game
Oh,
even
yeah.
started.
Oh, yeah.
They really
PV
did.
came in there on
And
another level.
came
Shout out.
in there.
And wait, look. I'm
I
going to
love
show y'all when we
PV.
get off the air. I'm a PV alum, too.
Yeah.
So I literally sat next to the Marching Storm. When I say next to the Marching Storm, it's me, the step, and the tuba player.
Yeah,
Right here.
Right there.
That's how close we were.
Yeah.
Like, I can rock with that. And I got this one for you too. Go your best one ever.
Best one ever. That's
There's some
real.
good battles
That's
out
so
there, man.
hard. Like, it's so many good battles out there. I mean, the one that comes to my mind is what was that? Is that 21 or 22 when it was Jackson and when they played Who Won't Smoke?
That was probably Boombox Classic.
Yes, Boombox
Yeah.
Classic.
I can see that.
That battle, that's the first one that probably comes to my mind if you ask me about a real heated battle. Yeah,
And that was a night game too.
Yeah.
Which that just add a whole different element. Like
That
that.
had
Them lights
social
come
media
on.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's
Crazy.
live.
Social media was going crazy
They was
over
going
that one, for
crazy.
sure.
My worthy brother, if you had to pick I'm not sure. Did you pay attention to any battles in 23?
No. Not
So-
23.
so give me your
not-
best.
I didn't look any up. When I heard, you know what I'm saying, what popped up on me.
Give me your best one ever.
My best one ever, man, I was thinking about it as y'all was talking. Probably have to be the Bayou Classic, like 06.
Okay.
Right when Jeezy came out with that and
That
then
was
Yeah.
that motherfucker. That
Did
was
they
hot.
both crank that up or was it?
No, I don't think Grandma had that in there.
Okay.
In their book.
I need to go run that one
You
back.
can run that one back. Yeah, man, that motherfucker was nice. And this was the fifth quarter.
That was a
This
fifth.
was the
Okay.
fifth quarter. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say I got my best one is a tie, and it's been a tie for years. Southern and Tennessee State, 09. Yeah. Like, and I'm not sure which one was the best, whether it was the fifth or was it the battle the battle of the bands the night before. Yeah. That battle of the bands the night before, both of them march into the gym, both of them go ham
In the
for
gym,
hours.
too?
Yeah, and you talk about 250 plus member bands going hard in the gym. You talk about you probably can't hear
need
shit.
earmuffs.
Right, you can't hear shit after.
No doubt.
You need probably.
No doubt.
And the other one would have to be Jackson State Southern 2010. Jackson State
Was that-
Southern
that
2010.
Boombox Classic?
That Boombox Classic, great football game. And this is the game where
Yeah, it was.
the game dictated the play at the end because Jackson State started playing Jackson State went down, like Southern scored with probably like 30 seconds to go in the game. Started playing Go Home towards Jackson, like playing their own song towards them, only for Jackson to score as the clock runs out. And you talking about then
Crazy.
They set up an alley-oop.
yeah.
Crazy fifth
Yeah.
quarter.
And they literally beat, like, I think that was the longest. You need a charger?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. They literally battled for 2 hours after the game.
Oh yeah.
Because that's why I tell people, if when you go to the Gateway Classic, they always just turn your lights off after 20 minutes. But if you go to go to the campus and see a game, and you'll see them let them battle till they get they love.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, one of the probably the third best battle, small schools, Central State and Kentucky State, in November.
State is-
Kentucky State.
In November, this was like 2012, 2013. It's cold as shit outside. So cold that the dancers was like, "Fuck this, we gone."
We out.
And they did every section battle after the game. The game was over at 5 p.m. I was still in the stadium at 11 o'clock that night. Every fan that was still in the stand, we're on the 50-yard. We're at the 50-yard line, freezing our asses
Freezing.
off, and we're just doing this.
Back and forth. Yep.
And
Yep.
I fell in love with that rivalry. I was like, shit, I gotta go see that game again.
I mean, man, speaking of small schools, 09, Lincoln versus Langston in that gym.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I need that.
I be looking at myself in that
I'm gonna have to say I got some DVDs I'm gonna have to let you get.
Yeah.
I got some DVDs I gotta let you
I came
see.
to Lincoln in 09. I came spring 09. I'll never forget, bro. The first day, I'm like, what the fuck is all this noise I'm hearing? Like, it sound like music. And they going through band. After the summer, these niggas marching up.
Oh, yeah.
Coming there. Start from the at the Paw Prints. You ever go to Lincoln? What is that side street? It's Dunklin.
Chestnut.
No, is that Chestnut? No,
No,
Chestnut's
that's-
the street
no,
you come
that's-
down in Lincoln.
This
Chestnut's the street that runs through Lincoln.
and that Lafayette or something.
Lafayette and Dunklin. So you got to go up. You see the band room. You see the big sign that say Lincoln University. You see the band room kind of right behind it, and our big Richardson Auditorium. I think it's still called Richardson.
Yeah,
And then you got to go up these paw print like this big ass. Jeff City is a city of like number hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to go up these big. These niggas used to march up
Like
that
our
bitch.
legs work together.
Like march up that
Like you lost
motherfucker.
weight. Like band camp was.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I ain't never seen
you
them.
You got ready
From the niggas that was the biggest there. I was like, damn, bro, you heard this y'all like 50? Like, they was working. I'm sorry, you had people calling the school. It's 100. Hey, it's 100 degrees
why they out
outside.
there?
Why are they outside?
Because we brand like that. They don't breed niggas.
But
like
I'm saying
that.
it was like 150 deep, and you just hear them through the whole campus, just cranking that motherfucker. Then they come down that motherfucker, come through the library bridge, and then they stop right in the dorm, the biggest dorm parking lot between Dawson, which was the all-girl dorm at the time, and Martin, which was all boys.
Okay.
And just do a whole short
Go
field show.
right in there and do a short field
And
show.
they white tees and all
Every
bro.
night.
Yep.
You can't
White
sleep on
every
the-
night.
Yeah.
Oh
and
no,
you-
bro! This
you
was a
can't
party.
sleep on
This
the
was
smaller band.
This is already parking lot pimping area. Now you look up, the whole school hanging out their windows. The parking lot, you can see niggas just keep coming outside. Now they turn into we turned up 2-3 hours after these niggas done left.
Facts.
They done left, put their
done
instruments
circled
back,
back
and
to that
came
motherfucker.
back and done turned up.
now.
The shit was just crazy to see. So I'm
Wait,
like,
look, you said Lincoln Langston 09?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was there.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you know, people who know me know that, hey, once them schedules come out in April,
That's how I am.
I've already got my
starting-
games
I'm trying
prepped.
to map out. I'm trying to map it out right now.
So what's next for 314 Midwest Cream?
Getting on the road.
y'all got it.
One thing I would love to do is take the podcast to the different campuses on game day.
Okay.
And broadcast from the tailgate, broadcast from a band pregame standpoint. They do it for sports. Let's do it for the band.
Okay.
The bands haven't marched through yet, but I think that
Like, he can tell you exactly what you need.
Equipment that you would need to do
Yeah,
keep it mobile.
definitely.
Yeah. So this is not on here, but I got to ask. Give me 4 games y'all got to be at this season. This upcoming fall. Magic City. Oh, that's an amazing game.
I have not made. Neither one of us have made it to a Magic City yet.
I will tell you this. Don't worry. First of all, when you're parking, you're going to park in front of somebody's house. Because the stadium in the middle of the hood.
Southern Heritage.
Yeah. You going it's just like Southern Heritage. You're gonna park there. I guarantee you, don't feel shy about going up to tents. Hey, can I get a plate? You're gonna get fed.
Yeah.
You're gonna get fed. And
One thing about black people.
one thing about and the Magic City is a monster. They
Don't
gonna
play about nobody being hungry.
hey, they gonna feed you, and that's one of them games where the SWAC makes a big deal about the Magic City. So you're gonna have quite a bit of fanfare. When I went in 21, 65,000 people in the stadium.
Say it's one of the biggest.
Oh, it is
it
is the largest. I know they keep saying Bayou is the largest. That's because it's the most known. But Magic City is huge.
Yeah,
Magic
I
City is
love
huge.
Magic City.
Yeah.
It's a battle I look forward to every year.
Definitely.
It's a good fifth. It's a good zeros. Vibes are great.
And if it's raining, it doesn't matter.
And
Be
the people
there.
don't leave.
No, they don't. Because it rained when I went, and they was like,
Oh yeah.
"Ain't nobody afraid of little rain.
Right. Yeah.
Ain't nobody afraid of little rain."
Bama State come out in ponchos.
Hey,
Last year was
going
like the
over it.
first time it didn't rain in a couple years.
yeah.
It was very nice.
So Magic City. What else?
Jackson State Alcorn. It's gonna be
Capital
at
City.
Alcorn this year.
Are you going to the reservation? Huh?
I'm going.
Going to the reservation. That's what they call all. Hey, if you've never been to
It's the
Alcorn,
reservation.
first of all, if you've never been to Lorman, Mississippi, where Alcorn State is, it's gonna.
Middle of nowhere.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Like you going, it make you think you like when you're about an hour away, you can see the steeple from Alcorn's campus. So like in the distance, you can see like, oh shit, we close. Nigga, you got an hour to go.
Damn.
Like
It's really in the middle.
it's like seeing the arch, but you still in O'Fallon.
Well, because it's Mississippi, it's not on the hill, right?
Yeah, but
It's not on the hill.
It's not on the hill, but for the reason, the way that building is, like
Right.
how tall it is and everything, you can see that shit from far away.
For all my round earthers out there, that's totally
I
impossible.
would love to see FAMU in person.
Yeah.
Got to see FAM in person.
Okay,
So Florida Classic would be real cool to make it to.
okay.
And in terms of some smaller bands, I would love to see Lane, man. I've been rocking with Lane for a
So
minute.
I really hope Lane is playing. The last time I saw Lane, they played Lincoln in Memphis.
Okay.
This was a couple years ago, probably like maybe 2018. They played Lincoln and Lane met in Memphis, but Lane is coming to Jeff City.
Yeah.
Lane
that's
is coming to
right.
Jeff City in November.
Yep.
November.
I got the date. I'll make sure I share it with you.
That's right here.
Yeah, I'm about to go up.
Yeah, so I hope they bring the Quiet Storm because the Quiet Storm is a hellified band. They are very powerful for their size.
Quiet Storm versus the marching musicals.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, Blaze had a solo dancer last
Yeah,
season?
yeah. When I went in 2018, they had 3.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a lot of dancers,
Damn
but they.
motherfucker don't do that shit by yourself.
But I think they only had one dancer because remember what happened with Jackson, where they start having hazing on the line, so they suspend some folks. You know how that go. And so what's next? What can our listeners and viewers find everything that's 314 Midwest Crank?
314 Midwest Crank on all platforms. Definitely our TikTok and our Instagram. That's where we're most active.
Okay.
YouTube, anytime we have the opportunity to get on the road. But now that we've transitioned to a podcast, we'll be more active there too.
Okay.
Post them TikToks on
Yeah.
YouTube too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikToks
Follow
on
that,
YouTube.
y'all.
Ain't nothing better than
Like, subscribe.
multi-purpose in your content. Just if you could avoid posting the one from TikTok that they get back to you because of that watermarking.
that one,
but just post the original version. I'll be telling people, once you make one real type of content,
Drop that everywhere.
everywhere a reel can go. YouTube Shorts will run. You could do a whole page on straight YouTube Shorts and run your shit up fast because people are doing more scrolling and watching that than they are watching a full-length video.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to lead them to want to watch your full.
Yep.
Like,
Go check it
you
out.
want to watch more,
it.
you need to go watch the full-length video. They're like, shit, I got to tap in. This was too short for me.
Right.
So that'll be definitely a good way to make that move.
Before we do that,
So y'all be quiet.
but before we get to that, I know because we're getting ready to get to my favorite part of the show. I got to shout out Marsha Evans was in the comments, and she said she's a band head also.
Started.
And she was like, she started the Car Lane Spirit with Reggie Phillips. Everybody from
my
St.
grandma.
Louis.
Yeah.
So
That's
Marsha,
my
okay,
grandma.
man, hey,
Shout
Car
out to
Lane,
Phillips, man.
Car Lane. If you know music in St. Louis, Car Lane has probably been the foundational piece for so many percussionists and auxiliary members all across the
We
city.
was just talking to a little kid that used to go to our school who kind of slowly slipping into the wrong path, and he left and he go to Car Lane now, which I don't know why based off the other school that's closer, but he chose to go there. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm finna start doing band or whatever. Like he was talking about, I was like, hey, bro, I don't know what you want to do in your life. And I'm like, bro, this could set you up for a fire. Like, if you ever
They
decide you
don't
want to
say
go to
band
college,
saves lives. for no
this
reason.
I'm like, this could potentially get you there for free.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't underestimate. Don't think it's just playing an instrument, especially if you're in a band that's going to provide you with the stuff that feeds to your culture. When I was in school, it was treated like, well, we playing instruments versus like, bro, they wasn't instilling the love of band in us that I wish they did, because there was no reason. And I went to Lincoln straight out the gate because my best friend, shout out to my best friend, Cago.
Shout out to the
When
good
he
bro.
went to Lincoln, he was supposed to go for the marching band because he played percussion. You know which one you need?
Type C.
It should be another one that's connected.
No, yeah.
Oh, one right here. It's stretched there for it. It may not stretch that for. Oh, okay. But he didn't go because he didn't want to deal with the. He's like, bro, I ain't trying to leave the crib early to go for band camp. But it's
Just
also
gotta get up and
because
do it, man.
he didn't, even though like we was in school, he didn't play for the band when I was in school when he should have. But he just come from church drumming and all of that.
You know what that's what these for, right?
Oh, yeah, you could
I
have took
thought she
one.
was using
Oh, you could have
it.
took all
Yeah, you could.
These just extra phones for the station. But I like these schools that's instilling the love into it. Yeah. It's like, make this fun, bro. Make it to the point where it don't matter how hard you got to work in here. Yeah. It's like, bro, I'm finna put in that grit and that grind so I can see the success and outcome of what this provides for me. Yep.
Man, it's that time.
It's that. We got to get us some rapid fire. Like,
Yeah, we gotta.
We can't do the hero shit.
So you know what we gotta do? Pecos Kid.
Bang.
Pecos Kid.
Bang.
Yeah. Pecos Kid.
Bang. Bang.
All right. It's time for the rapid fire. Study long, study wrong, like a good game of spades.
Okay.
Kobe, you on the hot seat too, brother?
We got to be put in there too.
All right. Kayla, best D1 HBCU band.
Alabama State.
Nick,
Jackson State.
Kobe.
Jackson State.
Best D2 band. Nick.
Miles College.
My nigga Jimmy.
We low key on the same way.
My nigga Jimmy.
Miles, man.
We gotta.
I don't know if I can't think of any other ones.
Kayla.
I got a humble.
Since he said Miles, I'm gonna go with Kentucky.
Man.
Okay.
But
That arrangement they got for Nick, man.
Yeah, they got the best neck.
They got
Shout out Jimmy.
I don't know if they got the best Nick, but I tell them I gotta say their best arrangement is We Outside.
that we outside.
We outside make you want to fight.
Damn.
Like
I'm gonna have to
In the whole.
oh my god.
Yeah.
When they be like, we outside, hold on. I know we outside, but like square up then. Like that's where we at. Your best D2 band, Kobe. All right. If you listening and you went to one of these schools, I don't give a fuck. Because if they say it, it is what it is. Talk to your band director.
Playing the band at the school. We don't want to hear you.
All right. Here we go. Nick, worst band.
Howard.
Damn. All that notoriety.
Yup.
And y'all can't get no good bands.
He
Kayla.
took it from me. Howard.
Kobe.
Man, I'm gonna stay true to my Lincoln roots, man. Fuck Langston.
Fuck them.
Hey, Langston, yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck Langston, man. Shout out to they come up though. Them boys sound they
My worst band is Mississippi Valley State. Even though I love Devil's Gun. Yeah, but worst. I understand Howard. I was at Howard Hampton this season, and I'm like, we in this small ass stadium, and I cannot hear y'all. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. 2024 matchup you looking forward to seeing the most, Kayla? If you had only one game, you get to go.
Alabama State and A&M.
Okay, Nick.
I want to say Texas Southern is gonna match up with Alcorn this year.
Oh yeah, they gotta see each other.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Man, because I don't really travel. I don't really go nowhere no more, man. It's probably just trying to make it back down to the Bayou Classic, man.
Hey, shit,
really,
I'm there.
Trying to make it back down. Well, the Boombox one up.
I'm going. The Boombox is my birthday weekend in Jackson. Yeah.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Right down
And be on the road.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Kayla, most influential person in your life?
myself.
Talk that talk.
He's like, I look in the mirror and that's all I need.
Yes.
I got you. Nick?
My little brother.
Okay.
He's a go-getter. It's real. It's inspirational.
Kobe?
Probably my kids, man. Influenced me to keep doing the right shit. I was a wild boy, man.
Shout out to the kids.
Shout out to the kids. They straighten his life right. Straighten his life out.
Nephew.
Hey, Kobe, I'm going to start with you, man.
Right.
School you secretly wish you would have gone to?
Fun fact. My email address is KobeJ.
I was gonna bring that up earlier.
It is.
Like dorm room fees paid, application fees paid, and all that. End up didn't having the money. I came up to U City, seen Markel. He was like, "What y'all doing? What you out here doing? Y'all wanna come to Lincoln?" And we went to Lincoln the next day, and it was all shoot up.
Kayla?
Shout out to Markel.
FAMU.
Fam, you the highest of 7 here.
Highest.
FAMU. My parents wasn't taking me all the way down there.
Hey.
I just remember just a big
I also say I always, and I love Lincoln. I got
I love
1866
Lincoln,
incorporated in my sleeve. But if you could have gave me an opportunity just to be at somewhere big,
What school would you have gone to?
bro, I would have probably went East Coast. I I went to like Howard.
East Coast.
Just to try something different, because I was one of them kids like I ain't had no fear going far because they shipped me out every summer. I was going to either Memphis for years, and I started going to North Carolina. It was just like so being away didn't bother me. But I would have went to I would have been on the East Coast somewhere with it. And if I didn't, I definitely wouldn't have my favorite school I visited was TSU. Like I went there.
It's a great place to be.
I was like,
great place to be.
I showed up there. I was like, oh yeah, bro, I done fucked my life up. I'm here. But if I had to, low key, if it wasn't East Coast, bro, Clark Atlanta.
Clark.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go to Clark. I was like, my cousin went for it. He's like, bro, I ain't trying to do this college. I'm like, bro, you tripping. Like, nigga, you down here. He was lit the whole time. I'm like, oh, bro, I went to hell. We went to the STL to ATL trip.
Oh yeah.
And man, we took a big bus from here.
When the Alpha trip that they don't take.
This wouldn't even had nothing to do with it.
This Picture Boy put that
My
on.
nigga
Shout out
Picture
to
Boy.
Stevie
We was in the
Staff.
ENT group. I was in the ENT group called Show Out. And we was just, for monies from parties, we was investing that shit back in us going to other HBCUs and mingling. That's how we ended up at TSU for one of their weekends. And then one time they was like, we do good on these two parties. Fuck it, we gonna plan this trip. Did it. They was like, fuck, we finna go to Atlanta. Because he had just started moving out there and getting his feet wet and shit out there. Yeah. He planned the trip. We all met at the Hanley station. And I'm talking about we was drunk from the time we got on the bus. Everybody passed out that motherfucker. Well, bro, it was the ghetto and shit. Like, we was in the bus. We had this old white man, bus driver. I named that nigga Mumford for the weekend. So we all called this nigga Mumford. And, bro, when I say we was the worst set of kids you can have. It was like having the bad kids in the back of the bus. We was on brothers. First day, we went on that trip there. It was like the niggas got tired of getting off the bus. We had to smoke real quick to get back on the bus. Boy, we got to Atlanta. I was like, hey, bro, I ain't getting off this bus to smoke no more. We was in that motherfucking bathroom. Blowing that bitch down.
Flushing the toilet.
It'd be, we'd get three niggas in there standing. It'd be some chicks on the block, so they gotta sit on people's laps.
Right.
We was like, fuck, we finna kick it.
And the little side window open too on the bus.
Like, so we blown, like, and we in the backseat. And then we all getting off, bro. He was like, man, I smell smoke back here. He's like, he's been smoking. I was like, Mumford, now you know we wouldn't disrespect your shit like that. But we was coming out there, motherfucker. You'll leave out we'll come out the bathroom, this big ass booth of smoke. I'm talking, we matching blunts in this bitch. Yeah. We're only going in Atlanta.
I mean, once you light it, it's like,
we ain't going but around the corner, but everybody know around the corner in Atlanta is 4 hours. So shit, we just in this motherfucker. We get out that bitch, they was like, y'all niggas is tripping. I'm like, bro, they was like, bro, you're gonna get us kicked off this bitch. I'm like, bro, just y'all make sure that nigga driving.
Right, man.
I'm like, don't get mad because you was too scared to do it. I'm gonna take the L for everybody. I'm tired of getting off the bus to smoke my blunt. Right. I'm finna do it back here. Shout out to Mumford, man.
Shout out Mumford.
Nick, what school would you went to?
It would have been Alcorn.
You fell in love with the reservation.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm bleeding. So I had a dental surgery today, and that shit just, and I'm on blood thinner, so the shit just won't stop bleeding. So I'll deal with it later. Favorite song?
Like favorite band arrangement?
No, just favorite song.
Both.
Yeah,
favorite
give me
song
both.
and your favorite band arrangement.
My favorite song is gonna vary all the time because I'm such a music guy.
Yeah.
Right now I got. It's not like right now. This band I've been into for a long time. They call Issues. They just put out a song called Since I Lost You. They just did their farewell, so they just called it a career. But specifically for the bass lines in that song, that's my track right now.
Okay. Favorite songs? I really don't have one. I guess one that I've been having on repeat right now, Ohio by Cautious Clay.
Okay.
Man, same with y'all, man. I'm always in rotation, but if I had a song that I would just put on any mood to get me where I want to be, probably to go with some Zero, that Mo City Don.
That's hard. couple years ago, man, A&M played Love Cause.
Ooh, yeah.
That is my mother.
That arrangement, nasty.
You talk about a beautiful song.
That
Shout out to
arrangement
Kim
was-
Beard, because that nigga don't miss.
Yeah.
Don't miss.
And he only really need to sing 2
Bro,
words.
he only got to say 2. I'm like, bro, you fucking cold, nigga. I fucks with that.
That Love Cause, man.
My favorite arrangement. Let's see. I would go with let's do Heartbreak Hotel.
Okay.
That was another one.
Yeah. That would be my second one next to Love Cause.
Kobe.
It would have to be that. Who played that? Was it Texas Southern? They played that Umbrella by Rihanna.
That was good too.
This was like a long. This must have been like a old, maybe 07, 06 or something like that.
That's when that song dropped,
like
too.
that. But it was cold.
I gotta answer this one. My favorite song and favorite arrangement are both the same song, and it's "Liberation" by Outkast.
Okay.
I listen to the song daily, and Southern last year decided, I don't know who is their head arranger, but you, sir, deserve a Grammy yourself.
Shout out to that.
Because that man put Liberation in it to the point my wife heard it. And she was like, can you play it again? Can you play it in the car for me? And we was blasting Southern arrangement of Liberation with the windows down like we was our own private parade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as somebody, I don't listen to band music. Y'all. If I got a favorite song that's been on repeat, I had a reach back moment. You know, you find them songs you used to love, but ain't heard in a while. But I saw it pop across my. No, I was watching a reel and I heard the song in the background. I'm like, fuck, I ain't heard this fella. It's off the American Gangsta album, Jay-Z Party Life.
Party Life.
I think it's one of the greatest. Me, it's Party Life, then it's Song Cry. I think Song Cry is one of the most beautifully written songs.
Song Cry is my favorite
From
Jay-Z
everything,
song.
from the music to
production's on
the
that motherfucker.
lyrics, all of that. But my favorite arrangement I heard, being that I'm going to go with my Lincoln, when I was sitting out there, and I don't know if y'all was doing like what y'all don't do, it be the old heads versus new ones, where it be right.
Yeah, old head versus ties. Yeah.
So it was the old heads start
Crafts with
playing.
ties.
Okay.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, them niggas gotta go
Take
there.
across the band. You got to cross the band.
Yeah.
But my favorite one I heard y'all do is when y'all played 2 Chainz, Feds Watching.
Oh, yeah, that was a
That
good
was
record.
probably
Shout out to
good,
Chuck
too.
Smothers and shout out to my pops, man.
When
He
I
was
tell you, bro, like, and it's like if you know that song,
and that's when
you
we was
hear
deep.
that.
So that was
that
like
was deep,
2010.
bruh.
Yeah, we was like 175, 180.
When you
deep.
hear that, everybody know when that song is playing. You got the doom 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 doom.
Yeah.
You hear boom 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 boom. I was like, motherfuckers, you see the whole campus like, what the fuck? And then bang, do 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 do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
If it was one of them, like, if I could have went up there, like, would you guys mind playing that? Playing that again for me. It was beautiful, bro. It was just like,
Hey, Harp, bring
they
it
put
back.
that shit together, bro.
Yeah.
They put that shit together. That nigga Chuck did his thing, arranging that shit, and it was probably the greatest. And y'all played Heat that year. That one alone was just like, oh, that nigga outdid himself.
I will tell you my favorite Lincoln arrangement. It's gonna be Ease the Pain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ease the pain.
Yeah. That's
That's almost like that's like
That
the
arrangement
Lincoln.
is a classic.
That's like the Lincoln song. Like if Lincoln had to pick one song to go up against people, they gonna have to play that one.
Yeah.
They gonna have to play that one.
Man, I used to get that.
If you had one wish, what would it be, Nick?
It's a deep question.
I love traveling, man. So I'd say just to be able to travel endlessly. Travel as much as I can.
Kayla?
One wish. I would say, really, if I could just pick where I want to live, with no issues, no taxes, no mortgage, no rent, none of that. One wish. That's it.
That's
The worry-free
He like
life.
my nigga
Yeah.
Tribe. That's what he do. He's a part of a schoolie community where they get school buses and renovate them into a mobile home. And this is
That's what he
second.
pulled up
Somebody
in
they
last
took the
week.
first one he had, but
You were single wide.
like, bro, it was like to the point where like I watched it before he did it. And regutted it. Had a bed, functioning shower, created his own sound. He do the whole thing himself. And he's like, bro, I do music, and I'm an outdoors nigga. I don't want to stay stationary one place. I get to complete my shit, travel, do tours, and I get to pull up on it. Like that nigga, I'm like, hey bro, I'm downtown. Because he long boy, he like, bro, who downtown? You skating today? I'm like, I'm downtown, pull up. I hear this big ass bus come around the corner. And now we outside. And it's just like, that's dope though when you get to that capacity. It's like, nigga, I've created the lifestyle I want. And he's like, just get you some land, build your house on there, park. But I know I can go anywhere. I ain't got to pay for no hotel.
Facts.
I ain't got to do none of that shit, bro. I got everything functional I need will be on this bus.
Can't wait till I retire. I'm doing that RV life.
Yeah, I would do it.
My wife already knows. She I tell her all the time, hey, we can go anywhere in the world. Hell, in the last year we done been to Paris, we done been to London. Yeah. But when it come football season, I need my RV because I'm going to games. Yeah. That's my passion.
It's like old people who buy that cruise that had you on there for 300 and some days. It's like, nigga,
On a boat.
I'm finna pay all this money. I got free food every motherfucking day on this bitch. Like, I got washing machines on here. I need to do my clothes. Like, hell, I was like, if I was on, especially if I'm getting to go to different places now. If we finna keep spinning the block on the same place, I'm gonna get tired of that shit.
Did you hear about that old couple who was like, it was cheaper to buy 365
and go to a retirement home.
Then go to a retirement home.
And that's what made me bring it up. I was like, well, shit, fuck it. If I had that type of rent, all right, come on, we outside for the next 300 something days.
Everything taken care of for you anyway.
Man.
You can wipe your own ass.
Kobe, if you had one wish.
Keep it the common thing, man. Just to be able to have the means to and the access to the means to do what I want, how I want to do it.
At any given fucking moment, like mine's like just pure peace of mind. I ain't gotta worry about shit. I ain't gotta, and I've gotten myself kind of to that point where it's like financially I could do what I need to do, still do for me. I remember them days where it's like, nigga, I barely got enough for this, and I gotta pick between myself or this or that, or my child getting this and that. It's just like, nah, nigga, I just want to be able to wake up. I'm finna go do this today.
Right.
And it ain't but, or just wait. I love seeing people that got the means to be like, man, I'm finna buy this last minute plane ticket. I'm finna go somewhere this weekend. And it ain't gonna hurt me.
Right.
I'm like, bro, that's a beautiful life. That's like a peace of mind knowing they always say money can't buy you happiness. You shitting me. Give me the money. I'm like, yes, money can ruin you if you don't have control of yourself. That means you would have ruined yourself broke. Yeah. Like the money ain't why you had the access to do way more shit. You would have been doing the same fucked up shit on a broker level if you could. No, bro, money will buy me the happiness I need because niggas only really unhappy with the bills. You got to worry about paying this bill. You ain't got enough to do this, and that. Paying out your life. I'm going to live my 8 hours, do my shit the way I need to. It's like, bro, I ain't got to work for nobody. I just want to wake up, get on the computer, do what I need to do.
Really put that 24-inch gauge.
Look, that's what I was going to say, bro. Go drop my kids off at school. Yeah, and I did it for a little bit. Like, I stopped working. I was like, bro, I'm finna just hustle, figure that shit out. Outside of the stress of sometimes figuring out bills, it was the most peace I had. I ain't have to wake up, clock in for nobody. I just did what I wanted to fucking do every goddamn day.
I did, like DoorDash or Uber and everything for full time for 2.5 years. Bruh. Through my last couple of years of college, I would go to class in the morning because I just commuted. So I go to my, my 9 a.m. and do my 9 to 9:50, do my 10 to 10:50, and I was outside the rest of the day working. But it was
on your time.
It was on my time, and even if it was a slow day, and I was like, I didn't make that much today, it was the most peace I ever had. There was no stress.
Bro, outside of having to stop and get gas every so often, bro, I used to sit up there and I would roll up. I would find me albums to listen to, or after I got tired of listening to music for long, I switched to podcasts. Right. That's what I
started doing really well when I was playing podcasts.
Yeah, bro. I went through a whole phase of just going through every episode of $1 Million Worth of Game.
Yeah.
And just listening to that shit, listening to these niggas talk.
Real Juice show for me.
And before you realize, you're like, damn, bro, I've been out here 6 hours. Damn, I done made a little more money than I thought I did. I'm gonna call it a night. I can break that shit up. And then you can take the day where it's just like, I don't want to do this right now. I'm finna go relax. I'm finna go chill. Right. I know it's gonna pop a little later. I get outside, go hard into the night.
Right.
That's what I would do. I would go out. I'd go from like 11 to 2:30, 3 o'clock, go home, chill for a second, and go back out around 5:36
Yep.
to about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I missed. I love doing education. I love being a part of education, but I do miss that sometimes.
I do.
Just
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
freedom.
for sure, yeah.
I do. The only thing I got stability. It's more. It's not one of them. I don't know what my money gonna be like the next 2 weeks. It's like I know what my check gonna be like.
Right.
I know what bills I gotta take care of, and I know how much money I'm gonna have left over. Plus,
Right.
I'm still doing that every once in a while. And shit, I do videos.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah.
somebody gonna. Hell, I had a random motherfucker call me today. Like, yeah, bro, I've had your card for like a year. I don't know how he got this card. I don't have to see him to remember if I met him.
Right.
And I'm gonna ask him when we meet. But shit, he sent me a deposit today.
Yeah.
Call me randomly in the day. He's like, man, you want to shoot a video at a church? It's like, you're more than welcome to come to the service, but you don't have to. It's the time we're going to use it because we're tying in the pastor or something.
Right.
Then we're going to go here. And I'm like, bro, you shoot a deposit. I'm going to be wherever you need me to be at.
Yeah.
And we're going to get it in.
Man.
But it's just, now I ain't got to solely rely on that. That's all I'll play money or put back into what I want to do.
That's just shoe money, y'all. That's just shoe
It do
money.
me. Look, that's why I'm like, I'll be like, all right, I'm going to spend this money on some shoes this morning. I need to book some videos tonight so I can recoup that back. And I feel better about my purchase. Also, shout out to the greatest rebrand in the world. Layaway, becoming Klarna. Afterpay.
Shout out Klarna.
Ain't nobody had a better rebrand. It's like Layaway, then Titty Boy turned into 2 Chainz. Them the 2 greatest rebrands.
No.
Facts though.
What's my guy? Tried to be a rapper and was like, no, you're a better producer.
Oh, Young Bird.
Yeah.
Turning into Hitmaker.
Yeah.
That's the top 3 greatest life rebrands ever because we didn't even know that was that nigga for like 5 years. And he was just like, yeah, nigga, that's me. And I was like, this lame ass nigga? Why you wasn't doing that shit from the beginning?
Making hits for everybody else but yourself.
Hey, look, he had 2 hits. They wasn't horrible songs. It was just like, he was this little yellow nigga like we just didn't take serious. And it was just like, he was getting beat up by motherfuckers every week and shit. Bro, stick to what you know. And now you making more money than you ever made in your motherfucking life.
Man, let's clap it up.
And we call this the Hell Shit with Mom because that motherfucker lasts for so goddamn
just
long.
stopped.
We usually start. I start turning the volume down. It seemed like it's going to be like, nah, bro, this should go for like 10 seconds long in full max bomb mode. But we appreciate y'all coming to kick it.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Sound like that's somewhere you sound like a show that's where you
It sounds like we got another collaboration that's gonna happen real soon. I gotta put some. I got my show. I got an individual show that'll start next month, and it's solely on focus on HBCU football and. So of course, if I'm talking HBCU football, we gotta have a band. So definitely, I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Have y'all come out to the man cave so they can see it.
Let's do it.
You gotta see the
let's
cave.
do it.
turf floor,
Yeah.
HBCU out all through that
It's
motherfucker.
not a garage anymore.
Like, it's not a garage. I was in there when it was I was in there when it was a garage.
Yeah.
And I was in there once it was finished. I was like,
Facts.
this worth putting your car on the code. It's worth having to clean snow off a couple mornings. Yeah, it's
do it.
Indeed.
It's worth it, man. But make sure y'all tap in next week. Let them know
Oh
what
man,
on.
we got our worthy brother Demario Smith coming, and my man's is gonna be talking about sneaker
Sneakers. We
con.
finna have good.
Oh,
He got his
yeah,
own
that'll be a
sneaker
good
con. He
one.
finna bring to the ill side out here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see what he know about them shoes for real, cause we gonna talk that talk. I'm gonna see how I be a part of it somehow.
Well, he
Maybe I
already
can
said he want the live podcast.
I'm with it, bro. I'll come
He
around.
already said he want the live show.
Mic me
Gotta
up.
be live.
I'll talk a little shit. I've done a live one. Shout out to the Woke
Yeah.
brand.
We've done we had a
did
great
one of
time
their
with that.
fashion
Yeah.
shows. We did interviewing people. But man, make sure y'all tap in next week. As always, we're here every motherfucking Tuesday.
Facts.
It's supposed to be from 8:30 to 10, but we're here from 8:30 until we get tired. And that's the blessing of being able to engineer your own show and having the keys. Shout out to Tweezy for trusting me with the building. As always, man, I'm your host, Nico the Great.
Man, it's the Past Master.
And we do our wonderful thing called Postal Podcasting, meaning rain, sleet, or snow.
We in this hole.
We gonna come and give you the news, grooves, and all the motherfucking blues clues. So you can tap into the culture here with ethnic Ish, and more. Shout out to Brother James Powell saying, I was in there when it was just a garage.
Indeed.
Because he was in there when it was just a motherfucking garage. Make sure y'all tap in next week. As always, we about to get up out this thing. Shout out to 314 Midwest Crank. Shout out to Brother Kobe in the building. And we out this thing. I appreciate y'all tapping in.
Thanks for having us out.
Indeed.